And we're going on. You know, it's kind of a shame that we can't watch this with sound.
It is a shame.
Yeah, every time I come and do one of these live, I'm like, not only do not look directly at the camera the whole time, we're awkwardly looking like 5 feet above it,
Yeah,
but there's also no sound. Also, I don't think we ever figured out how to like run background noise too, like free music or something like that.
Oh,
anything
like
anything but
random chill music in the background.
Anything but stone dead silence behind us.
Have some people make some requests.
Yeah, sure. Well, I don't think you can do that because no. I don't think you can do that because I think there's like especially with streaming. I used to like back when I first started doing streaming with gaming, you could do whatever music you wanted and they never shut you down. But then there started being strikes. So I know now when I've tried to stream with music, like it'll let you, but you can't make any money off it. It doesn't really matter, but
yeah,
I would rather not give anybody an opportunity to try to remove a channel.
Yeah, just by playing music.
Yeah. For something as stupid as that. Actually, I don't know if the sound can be heard from the TV, but I'm going to leave it where it is.
Pretty low.
It's extremely low.
Maybe someone will get on the chat and let us know if they can hear it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we have anybody who's even watching it right now. Have you watched all the games, or you can only watch the ones that you've done live?
No, I've watched everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you've actually been watching because I only saw like a couple of games that you came over for like the first round.
Oh, no. You mean do this podcast?
Yeah.
No. I've only done one other one.
No, I mean watching the games. I mean, like literally watching. Have you been watching every?
Yes.
I'd see that is what was shocking to me because I know you were like never. No, I don't not watching it. No.
Well,
every year
I'm surprised because this year that it's on at the same time as the basketball Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh yeah, we got to actually keep some tabs on what that is.
So yeah, I will be checking in.
Well, not just.
We will 5 seconds.
We will be checking in.
Let the people know.
Yeah. Actually, we should when Dan gets back. We'll have him put it on the other channel. It's 8:30 is when it tips off, right?
Ish.
Yeah. So probably closer to 9. So we can as soon as he finishes putting Henry to bed, he can put it on. Oh shoot! Oh my God! Shoot! Oh shoot! So what's your confidence level? Do you think they're going to win this, then lose in Game 7? Or do you think we're just going to lose outright here? Or do you think we actually can turn it around?
I just want us to win so bad tonight that I think we will. So I think it'll be like 3-1 Capitals.
I also have a really good feeling that we win this game tonight. I just don't know about the next game.
Yeah, that's going to be one.
We also have to get
there.
We would have to get there. That's the thing. Like we can't even talk about what's not even there yet.
I think that Holtby has to vastly outplay. What's the guy's name?
Vasilevsky.
Yeah,
he has to
tonight.
Vastly outplay Vasilevsky.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a pun.
Yeah, mixtape's coming out soon.
Definitely did that on purpose.
Of course.
Wow, that was awful.
Yeah, I don't want to see double-digit turnovers either. Oh, it's driving me nuts.
Holtby's going to have to pretty much steal the game. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, when we had started this series, I was like, okay, so for this series, and then if we make it to the Cup, I was like, Holtby needs to be the MVP.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it goes, no matter who plays. Yeah, the team that has the hottest goalie is usually the team that wins.
Yeah, because, I mean, once you weeded out all the riffraff in the rest of the league, then you just have the top goal scorers firing bullets all game long. So the goalie needs to be on point.
Yeah, pretty much. So, oh, this is not good. 3-on-2 situation here. Thankfully, they fucked up the pass.
Oh,
but yeah, the goalie is probably like the most important position anyway. When it comes, it's somewhat the quarterback of your team a little bit. You know?
Oh, most
because it doesn't matter. Like if you just got to score one technically. If you really think about it, in hockey, you only have to score one time if your goalie's good enough. You know?
Yeah.
So.
One goal can be huge.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been in a lot of these games, unfortunately. A lot of them from penalties too. Yeah,
we've been abysmal against the power play.
Yeah, no, it's been terrible, and Lars Eller's been to blame for that. So actually,
Backstrom's finally back.
Yeah, he is
back last game too.
Yeah, they were leaving Eller where he was, though. I think they were trying to go for like if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. Also, I have to be, for full disclosure here, I didn't watch last game.
Oh, really?
I was at a concert, And I willingly was like, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, well, I probably would have rather gone to a concert.
Yeah, that score was
very
bad.
frustrating.
Yeah, that score was really bad.
I think they scored within the first 30 seconds.
They did. I got an update from our group chat that we were down before I even got an update from ESPN that the puck had
the game
dropped.
started. Yeah. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I didn't even know the puck had dropped before Sean texted, "Oh, it's over." And I was like, "What do you mean it's over?" And I checked the score, and of course, it's 1-0. It's the best. Like the best part about it is that when I checked the score, it still said 20 minutes left in the period, but they already had corrected. Like it's 1-0. Don't worry about it. We'll update the time in a minute.
The new 34 seconds.
When we figure out what time it actually is, we'll update that. But until then,
couldn't even get out of the bathroom.
No. Oh God, these are.
Did you watch the Horsies?
No, God, no.
Why?
Don't care.
Oh, it's only 2 minutes out of your life.
No, I didn't watch it. Although I did hear, was it Justified?
Yeah.
The name of the horse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1-2 now. So now we have a triple crown going into Belmont.
We have a triple crown threat going into Belmont.
I'd like to see that. Didn't we just get one last year, American Pharoah or something like that?
He won all three in 2015.
15. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I do remember actually listening to American Pharoah win because
it
was a
awesome.
huge deal. That's the only one I actually listened to. I never watch it either. I just listen to it. I don't know why.
Well, that's what it's just like, in certain sports, they're like,
ways to.
It's like fatal when, an athlete or someone gets hurt. Like what happened when Tiger was out.
Right.
It is so, horse racing is desperate for the horse to win the first two.
Yeah.
That way the ratings and the interest for the Belmont couldn't be higher.
Right. Well, that's also the only reason I watch. I've never watched any race except for a Belmont when there is
when there is coming in with a possible it's exciting.
And see, that's the thing. I went to Townsend for 4 years. I was down the street from Preakness for 4 years, and I still didn't go because it didn't matter to me.
Well, it's hardly the mainstream,
No, well, actually, a lot of people win every year. It was a huge party.
Oh,
but
they get over 100,000 every year. But in terms of like what most, I guess it's like a bucket list thing because honestly, you are spending 8-9 hours a day for a 2-minute event.
That's true.
So,
well, I think also part of the party is the biggest.
Yeah, you make a day of it.
Yeah,
you just kind of make a day.
Real quick, as a comment about Ovi, can you stop doing the same outside-in move? The one where he starts on the outside, tries to cut in between because he does that every time.
Well, does he need help? Is he just cutting in because there's no one to pass to?
I don't know if. There wasn't anybody open right then, no, but he does it a lot as like just his go-to move, and I would rather him bring it in and try to settle it down or look for something rather than
be a little bit more patient.
Yeah, it's almost a guaranteed turnover. It's it carries it into the zone and then just kind of stutter steps a bit, cuts outside, cuts back inside, and then somebody takes it away as soon as he cuts back inside. The move worked like I was just saying. Yeah, here it is, outside, and then this is a different one. Well, it's the same. It's still the same move, though. That's still the same move. It's just he's always trying to do the outside cut inside move.
Even though that was a good defensive play, it kind of looked like Ovi almost gave up on it right as the guy hit it away from him. Like he was like, "Oh, I guess I'm not getting by him." It just didn't seem to be a lot of aggression.
It's not the best move, and he's kind of lost a step in a way. He's not. I don't want to say that he's faltered at all because he's still scoring almost 50 goals a season.
Yeah,
which is unheard of. And he's somebody that's played as long as he has, as physical as he has. But yeah, no, he's not as fast as he used to be, and that just happens with age. Still powerful, though.
Oh yeah, in terms of talent, I think we've gotten great mileage out of him. We're just we're looking to hoist the cup, the first cup.
Yeah, if that's
man, these passes aren't bouncing off sticks, going to the other team.
No, our breakout passes have been getting
another scoring
swallowed
chance.
Up. See what Backstrom can do. Feathers one through to the back, but nope. That's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, it's frustrating when they're coming down the rink and then they just got to dump it past the line.
Right.
Instead of getting an actual scoring chance. And then,
it wouldn't bother me as much if we were better at receiving it. I think that we in the first 2 games, it really felt like we were dominating the board play and we were able to do those dump and chases a lot better. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what's changed in the last few games, but somehow Tampa Bay has made the adjustment to either anticipate it or just be better on the boards than we are. I don't know if it's a combination of both or what, but it feels like all of our dump and chases are not working, and all of theirs are working a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they're forcing them. That's because they know.
Yeah, I maybe I don't know what it is exactly, but it's frustrating. Oh man, I think that went off the bar. I'm not sure. Without sound, it's hard to tell, but that looked like it went off the bar. No, we're not. We're struggling right here. Been stuck in our zone for way too long. Come on, guys, get it out.
Yeah,
do something with it.
Clear it and change lines. Go, go, go. Ugh.
Well, they can still get a line change.
Yeah, but I guess both teams are. That's why he's waiting.
Well, first 8 minutes, that was probably the best that Tampa Bay played, was right there. At least we haven't got a penalty yet.
Oh, God. The first one we get, we'd be quite nervous.
Oh, we can't. We just can't take any. We just have to.
Frankly, it's not like it's, it's not like it's crazy that they're capitalizing. I mean, I'm sure teams are expected to be at least 33% on power plays. Aren't you?
No, that's pretty high.
That's pretty high.
Yeah.
So we've been that bad because I think we've let them score on at least half of their power plays.
Yeah, no,
they had 4 power play goals in the.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I know usually in the top 10, they're those the guys that are above 30%. No, a good power play is 25%.
Okay, if you score 1 out of 4 power plays.
Yeah, just a solid good power play is 25%, 25%.
So we're looking to.
I think actually we should ask Dan that. I think he's heading down the stairs now. I'm pretty sure that's right. I mean, I don't know.
So we're looking to concede the maximum of 3 to 4 penalties.
A good penalty kill. You want to be. I mean, you want to 80% or better.
Yeah,
80%. I would say. Anything less than that, I mean, it's there. You still have oh God, he didn't.
Perfect.
So Dave, we were talking about power play and penalty kill percentages, where they good versus great, and I was saying that you're in the top 10 in the league if you're 30% or higher.
Yeah, you're
a good, just a good solid
30%.
Yeah, but I was saying a good solid one would be 20 to 25%, and then average is anywhere 10 to 10 to 20.
10 is low.
Well, 15, 20 then.
10 is not average. 10 is
so 15, 20.
Yeah.
20. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was saying 20, 25 good, 15, 20, and then 25 or higher.
Come on, keep it. Oh,
Cat's keeping up pressure.
Yeah.
Well, no, they are now. You were before you came down. It was not looking good.
Okay. It was stuck down in our zone.
Yeah.
Now I want it to be stuck up here for at least a minute.
No, but then OV.
Came trickling in there.
Wow,
man.
I don't know if OV did that on purpose or not.
Off again.
Well, he's tired.
Heard?
No, I could kind of hear you, but I was just trying to get it close.
I think for the first while, it wasn't as audible. Not nearly as audible. On the back, one of the whatever channel, we need to have the NBA game on too. Eastern Conference Finals.
That's not that remote, but I'll go put it on.
Okay. So we can have it on both.
Is that for you, Pat?
It is for me.
It's not a bad idea because LeBron is currently down.
2-1.
Yeah.
I say LeBron, not the Cavs, because we all know that it's just sorry. J.R. Smith is currently down.
LeBron and friends.
No, it's J.R. Smith and friends.
J.R. Smith.
And company.
Obviously the best player on that team.
Good old
professional fouls.
Yeah, professional fouls.
Yeah,
and then one just clutch 3 every other game.
Yeah,
to remind you that he's there.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys hear? It was a meme I saw. It was no matter what, LeBron James is kind of doomed in this series because either he loses to a team that didn't have Kyrie or Gordon Hayward, or he beats a team that didn't have Kyrie.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. It all that gives him legitimacy is if he can beat whatever team comes out of the West because they're both better than the Celtics. I think that
no matter what, this is going to be, I don't want to say tainted because it doesn't really matter, but because of the scrutiny that LeBron gets, the mere fact that they went 7 games with the Pacers is going to put this playoff.
It made Lance Stevenson look relevant again.
Yeah. Well, he likes to get his TV time when he plays against LeBron.
What channel
is his antics? TBS.
Okay, so I was off.
Oh yeah, let's watch Divergent, guys.
It's on at 10. You sure? Because there's no game.
No, it's on at 8:30. Yeah, TNT is.
Or is it on a network?
It's on. Is it on ABC?
ESPN? Now we have to find out.
ESPN, yeah.
All right.
Not bad.
I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling through the channel for you.
I like that.
Way to get in the play, Willie.
Yeah.
All right. So go back because of Mark Jackson right now. All right. So you said the Caps looked a little shaky at first, but
like we said, the puck was stuck down in our zone for a few minutes, and there wasn't even it looked like maybe at a few points we were trying to clear, but it went right to a Lightning player, and I was like, dear God, get it out of there, something.
And a lot of those exchanges do happen, but it for a while it was kind of the regular chess match that we expected, but I think that there was a extended period of time where Tampa Bay looked a lot better than us. So it's kind of gone back to even right now. I really like. I really just want the Caps to like somehow dominate this game. I know it's asking a lot, especially because we haven't dominated.
Like explode for two quick goals.
Yeah. Something like that would be nice. Yeah, I mean, like even like like where people were saying Game 4 we actually played better. We just didn't come out on top. It was just their 3 chances they scored, and we just couldn't capitalize on ours. There was one right there too.
So from what I've seen, at least from the couple minutes I've been down here, they look fairly good. So,
it's good to have the fresh eyes on it because it's easy to exclude what you didn't see.
Well, I could hear you guys upstairs, kind of, you know what I mean? But like, I didn't hear. I heard at least a shoot it from Pat at one point.
Right. I think they're calling it. No, it's icing. It's icing. Okay, good. I saw the arm go up way before it was going down, and I was like, did he just really chose icing right away, or there's something stupid that's about to happen? Man, we really need to. But back to the main point. Really need to try to
good save.
Win 4-1 or something like that. I don't know.
Well, something like
let him something to go into Tampa Bay with. If we win the game, it needs to be a commanding game where we go into Tampa Bay.
That's not a bad observation you're having, because if you're looking at the 2 games we've won, we had to score 4 or more goals.
Exactly, and I just we have to send some kind of message. We have to send some kind of message to these guys. We can't let them dictate.
We'll just let them win 3 games in a row after demolishing them in the first 2 games. And I was like, I remember asking foolishly after the second game, what was the second game? 6-2?
Yeah, you were.
First day, I was like, Dan, is it too early to like call this a joke? You're like, no. Or yes, absolutely not.
No way, man, I can't believe Holtby made that save.
So, and now I know why. Then they just came and won 3 games in a row.
I think I even referenced the fact that they lost the first game.
What history has said.
Yeah, they lost handedly to Boston and then won the next 4.
Yeah, that can't happen.
Yeah.
So let them know that we've made adjustments, and then go into Game 7 being like, look, that you can't dip in the well twice.
Yeah.
So we got our 4th line out right now.
Oh, Holtby caught that? Damn, how these goalies, unfreaking real. There's all this traffic in front of him. The puck's only coming 90 miles an hour.
If he didn't catch that, it's not a good situation there.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
It's funny that like the way that this series is going, because I was saying, not that long. I thought about this because I had a show recently, and I was talking to people while I was hammered, and it reminded me of another time where I was talking to somebody while I was hammered at a show, and he was really into the Caps. It was the year we traded for Shattenkirk, right?
Last year.
And so exactly. I was young enough to remember when we traded for Shattenkirk. So, or I'm old enough to remember when we traded for Shattenkirk. But I remember he was talking about it, and I remember him, like, one of the first things he said to me was, this is the Caps year. And I was just like, well, immediately we can't be friends. Because I know that he's like, no, hear me out on this one. He's like, this is the Caps year because this is the best team we ever had. And if we don't win it this year, then we're never going to win it. And I was like, no, I think what's going to happen is that if we don't win it this year, we're never going to win it with a better team than what we have now.
Yeah.
But we could have a year like LA did, when LA was the 8th seed and they were down 0-3 against the Sharks, and then they came back and won 4. Yeah, they won 4, and they swept the next series.
And then they lost. They beat. I mean, they didn't lose. They won. They swept. No, they swept, and then I think they lost. They won the cup. Or
they won the cup
like 5, and they won the cup in like 6.
Yeah. They were an 8th seed. So it's like you never know. It could happen. A team can just come together.
Nashville was literally the last.
Last year
playoffs last year made it to the Cup.
Exactly.
So did the Kings go down 3-0 and win 4 straight before or after the Red Sox did?
Oh, this is recent. Yeah, the Red Sox
were the first ones to do it
that I know of. Against the Yankees, right?
Philly did it to Boston. May have been before. Philly did it to Boston way back in the Flyers. Flyers down.
Which is in any sport.
Flyers either down 3. I think we're down 0-3 or 3-0, and that's when they lost to Chicago in the Cup Finals that year. It was like 09 or something like that.
Oh, but they came back to win against Boston, but they still lost in the final.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were the first team, I think, in a long time who ever come out from 3. Or the only team in history to come back from 3 at one point.
Right. Well, I know that's the thing across sports. I remember like they would talk like the 3-1 comeback. LeBron, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, they were talking about like nobody's ever done it. That was the first time it had been done in NBA history.
Yeah, 3-1.
And the Kings coming back 0-3 was the first time a team ever did it in NHL playoffs. I think. Like people had come back down from 0-2 before, but nobody ever come back from 0-3 before until the Kings did it.
Remember?
Yeah, that's
what was the one with Boston? I know
2004.
No, I'm talking about when Boston came back to beat Toronto, but at one point I think they were. I don't remember if that was a 3-1 series or if they were down 4-1.
I think everything before was 3-1 series. Yeah, because I feel like it's in recent history is when all the 0-3 comebacks have happened. I feel like it's like it hasn't been any time before. I mean, I've heard of crazy upsets in history, like what was it, like Chaminade versus UVA? You know, there's like that was like
just in anything, like when UMBC beat UVA.
Yeah. Also that one, Like, well, no, there's a team that was in like Hawaii or whatever that had like 62 people that like went there or something like that, and they beat UVA.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that was
what in what sport?
Basketball.
In basketball. Yeah, it's like one of these things. I guess any given Sunday.
Pat, what sport would you think it was if it wasn't basketball?
Oh, Hawaii versus UVA. I'm guessing it wasn't lacrosse.
Did you think it was a football team? Because literally, if there was 64 kids in the school, that's the whole team.
No, I don't know. It was more than that, but it was literally it was a couple hundred, if that. Yeah. There was not a whole lot of people there, and they beat UVA and it went down. And you could probably do that. I'm sure that's a sport.
But how do you come back, anyways? I don't know. Did you guys see? I hate the fact that it was the Braves, but did you see the game the other night where they were down 3 or 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs?
Yeah, they scored like 6 runs.
And I was like, why the Braves?
Yeah.
Why? Although it was against the Mars, so I guess they're both in our division, but I can't stand.
How did Freddie Freeman do?
I can't stand the Braves.
I thought they kind of live and die by what Freddie Freeman does on that team now.
That's
He's
usually
the
how
heart
it
and soul
goes.
of that team.
I didn't see it, but I got the update.
Yeah, the Nats seem like they kind of do this. Like the beginning of the year,
Nats are playing good right now.
Win a game to save their life.
They're winning 7-2 as we're recording this, and they just got swept by the Dodgers. And it's baseball. That's the way I see it. Juan Soto, by the way, his second at bat got a home run. First home run. Did you see his home?
Yeah, his first. So in his first game, and I was like, it was so refreshing for like someone to come in, and he was our number 1 prospect, and he showed why.
Yeah, exactly. First teenager to hit a home run.
That was
since Harper did it in 2012.
His name is Juan
Soto.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
so I wonder how many Star Wars references
they're coming. It's a shame that Star Wars Day already happened at Nats Park.
That's true.
If they would have timed that right, they should have had him play on the 4th.
The thing is that the problem has never been our batting or anything like that. I mean, it's not been hot recently. We've had a hard time hitting, but for the most part, our bats usually can put up some runs. It's our middle relievers and our closers.
Middle reliever and bullpen,
isn't it?
And the wheels fall off when
it's in the playoffs. Isn't it usually?
No, dude, it's all year long, man. Okay. The thing is that people don't realize it all throughout the year because you play 162 fucking games, and there's plenty of games where we win 7-1, 7-2.
Like if I could change one thing, it would be that Max Scherzer could pain-free play 9 innings every time he pitches. He doesn't have to come. He doesn't have to come out.
No, it'd be.
Yeah, I would love that.
It'd be a perfect world.
Except doesn't Max actually? He doesn't fare well in the playoffs.
Max? No,
look at
he does.
His stats, like I think.
No, his stats are fine. It's just his wins and losses aren't good because
I thought there was a lot of runs. Yeah, so that was the one instance where like this past one where like
the game I went to in Wrigley. He pitched when I was in Chicago and I went to the game in Wrigley.
Yeah,
he only let up 1 run.
Right. Oh, that's right. Max was pitching the day you went to that.
He only let up 1 run.
Yeah.
I
know he only let up.
What I'm saying though is like his stats are.
He does his job.
It's just
he really does, and he's just
runs
stopped letting these random home runs go so much. When he first came here,
he was giving up home runs like crazy.
Yeah, that was
him and Strasburg.
Yeah,
there's usually always an adjustment period when a pitcher comes across conferences. I think there's usually a little bit of an adjustment.
Something like that, yeah. But also,
they come from the NL to the AL, but it was the opposite for Max, right? He probably loved coming here where there was no DH.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just people were like, he's a fastball pitcher, so we just got to swing at his fastball.
Yeah,
and then Max just got even more dirty with all his other pitches, where people were like, shit, now we have to hit his fastball and all this other stuff.
Yeah, he learned some movement, and then it was all bets were off.
Yeah, making a case for another Cy Young. Even though somebody's pitching better, I can't think of who it is off the top of my head. Somebody I did see. Oh man, I can't remember. It's not Chris Sale.
He's in the
that guy is a hothead, Chris Sale.
Yeah, he's in the AL. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. The Red Sox, by the way.
Yeah.
It's bothering me. I can't remember.
I'm not getting great service in the depths of your basement.
Oh yeah, you gotta have.
Well, there's a Wi-Fi password upstairs you can use, but
look, Tom Wilson got hooked and they're not calling it again.
No, it was Chris Kunitz. Go figure.
Yeah, who'd have thought?
Come on! Oh, yeah.
On the plus side, the Nats are winning 9-2.
Hey, let's say the plus side, we're not losing yet.
Yeah, I suppose the glass is half full, Dan.
Well, it's only bottom of the 6th, and like I said, Nats are. Whatever.
Well, I mean, the Cats aren't playing bad. I mean, they're controlling. Well,
no, the Cats aren't playing bad. That's the problem. That's what people don't understand about what's so hard about being our kind of sports fans is that when we watch them play. When it comes to the Redskins, the problem that we have to deal with is that we always play to the level of our competition. They're bad, and then we play bad. They're good, we play good. It's always frustrating because we get let down in the worst way because we should be able to beat these terrible teams, or we should be able to beat these good teams every once in a while. We don't do that. When it comes to the Caps, they play well. They just get the shitty end of the stick, and they can't overcome it like a lot of great other teams can. Nope. And they're not going to call a penalty on that.
There's a fight.
Oh, wow, there is a fight.
There's a fight, actually.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, come on, refs. Oh, don't break it up.
Yeah.
Oh, Brooks Orpik. It wasn't even Wilson.
Guys, think of the children. Think of the children.
You know something. Usually there's not fights in the playoffs, so something
That's
had
right,
to be
yeah.
Something
had to go. Someone talked about someone's mama.
I'm trying to see what happened here. Are they going to show it? Damn, that took our defenseman out, though.
True.
Let's see.
So pitching leaders, Corey Kluber has the lowest CRA.
Oh no! It looks like Miller should get an instigator. It looked like. No, nothing.
It is Chris Sale.
One punch, but then
it is Chris Sale.
Max Scherzer has 268 strikeouts. Chris Sale has 308. He has 40 more strikeouts.
That's insane. So yeah, Chris is having a pretty good year.
Yeah.
Pretty even fight when you see the whole thing. Nothing too special.
It was more of
that was more of like a grappling scrum match. So
yeah.
No, that's 2017. My bad. I knew something was wrong.
I was like, wow.
300.
Yeah, like
where's
300 strikeouts?
Damn it.
Oh my God. He's had like 7 starts. He's had 7 starts. And he's got 340
strikeouts a game.
Oh, wow.
He's had a lot of extra innings.
Wow. Set a lot of records, man. He set a lot of records.
He's pitched down.
Yeah, that number seemed really high. I was like, wow. Played a lot more months of baseball than I thought we had.
Maybe it's old school. He's pitching every 3 days now. They go back.
Jesus, man, that was a big number.
How about we just let that go for?
Okay, so yeah, Max has 104 strikeouts. Cole has 93. Sale has 87.
Yeah, Cole is having a good year.
Houston.
Yeah.
So they're the wins. Scherzer has 7.
I'll get in the front of the net. No, I thought
don't clear it in the front.
Well, no, I saw Braden Point going to the front and nobody near him. And I was like, oh, sweet Christmas.
God, Verlander has a 1 ERA.
Yeah, Verlander's also actually. I think that's who it was. Somebody was posting Verlander stats, and Verlander is not letting up any runs right now.
He's always been fairly good. Pretty good.
Well, no, he's always been fairly good. It's just been he's been insane these last couple of starts.
Scherzer used to be on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tigers had 3 Cy Youngs at one point. In that year before Max came to the Nats.
Oh, deflection by Ovi.
Wow. Who do they have? They had Verlander, they had Scherzer, and they had one other Cy Young winner. On Detroit back in this is 2000. This is maybe 2015.
I can't believe. Can you imagine? They used to have Joel Zumaya at one point. He could never stay healthy. That was the first, one of the first people to throw 100 plus.
Yeah.
Regularly.
Well, Smoltz could do it consistently.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't the first one. But
you talking about starters?
No, he's a closer.
Okay, because
Joel Zumaya.
Yeah, come on. We needed one of those. We just need come on. Give us one of those garbage goals. Come on.
I'll take it.
Oh,
stay on, Orloff.
Keep
Shoot.
it in. Shoot.
Wow. See these passes that are not being received.
Shots. You got traffic. Oh my God, man.
God.
These guys are killing me when they have all this traffic in front of the net and they don't just.
And they want, I can't believe he didn't throw that on net.
Just throw it at the net and just hope for the best or something. I mean, come on.
As you can see, we're a little.
We're tense. We're on edge. Yeah, we're on edge.
We just do or die. Yeah,
we have every right to be on edge for this funeral.
Oh, you did it. I didn't think you were going to say
I didn't want to. It's hard, man. I've been relatively positive all day. Considering how bad I could have been about doom and gloom, it's tough. It's tough when you watch them every year and you see.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm watching two different teams a little bit.
Wow. Come out on that.
Good block, Beagle.
No.
It feels like when I watch us in their zone, they're able to just somehow flick the puck away from us. But when we're in our zone, we can't get the puck away from them. They're just bigger and able to. I don't know.
By the way, I can say thanks, Pat, for coming out. You don't.
Yeah, Pat, you actually showed up and you didn't like hockey.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's a sport.
Did I tell you 2 of those guys? I think from the one you did came back when you were on the podcast. They came back.
What, they were talking to us?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Return viewers.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, thank you.
What?
Huh?
Oh yeah, I shared. I shared us.
Get it out. Okay.
It's not gonna happen.
I stick. Don't touch it.
Only a minute 30 left
in the first period.
God,
you said that made it sound like we were down and losing, and the game was over.
Because that's what it feels like.
We had a push first period.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. See, this is where things look good, but then we just couldn't really capitalize.
Man,
I love those shots through the legs.
Yeah. You as a goalie, how hard are those to see? I don't know how many of you are seeing through the legs.
Yeah, tell us, because I don't know how sometimes it happens. How you even see it.
I mean,
you have to guess.
It depends on how much visibility you have, because sometimes when people take those shots, they go through. I don't want to say on accident, but it's kind of how it is. Somebody will go to close their legs and the puck will go past them. Those are difficult because they'll block your line of sight for a second. The next thing you know, you see a flying puck coming past their leg, and it's really weird that. But
slew foot there.
For the most part, though, honestly, if somebody just kind of shoots with somebody in front of you, it's not that bad. It's when there's a bunch of people in front of you.
Yeah,
I've never had an issue.
I guess the visibility goes down and the risk of deflection. Oh, yeah. Come on here! Just oh my gosh!
I just
how many saves did he make there?
God. Oh, Kevin, put yourself out of position.
That go out of play. No, there.
No, I stayed.
Right to him.
Oh, all right, Ovi.
Damn.
Get in there. Scrummed up.
Yeah, see, they're getting scrappy.
Yeah.
When
someone just slashed the shit out of Wilson. Or poked him in the dick.
Something like that.
There you go. Get in his face.
Oh, Ovi yelled.
Can you get? I guess obviously you could get penalized for.
Look, they lift checked him in the nutsack. It sticks between his legs.
Can you? I mean, I guess you got to say something pretty brief.
Oh,
wow! No interference at all.
Can you get penalized for jawing at the ref?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can get ejected for that.
Yeah, you can.
For for disrespectfully addressing an
opponent.
Yeah, you got to put that.
Now, because he has the C, he will get more of a room to.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, someone's got to say something, and it's up to him.
Yeah,
damn.
That's true, but
still. Oh yeah, right there you can see it.
Did he receive it with a skate? Oh wow, what a save! God, if only he had gotten some air on it.
Yeah,
like knowing that it wasn't gonna.
Yeah, I mean at that point you're just scrambling.
Yeah, and that fraction of a second.
Yeah.
Also, the ref is the reason we did win that face-off right there. It got cleared into it got cleared into a skate.
Wow.
We won it and won it backwards, but the ref it was in the way. It hit him in the foot, and then they picked it up. Shoot! Oh, I literally hit him in the face.
I want another.
Put his feet back into your feet.
I want another shot before the period ends.
Well, I
guess that was it.
Seconds. And
crap! I guess they're
gonna get the last.
Poke.
Go! One more! Come on, go! 10 seconds.
Lost it in his own zone. Offside.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't even see
Stamkos,
how he lost it.
Ooh, well, I mean, maybe McDonough will have to miss some time.
Did it hit him in the face? It looked like him in the face right here. Watch.
This shot right here?
Yeah, watch.
Oh, shoulder.
Yeah,
probably still felt it. Yeah, God. Well, he knew it was going to hit him somewhere, so that's why he turned his head. I guess you sacrifice.
Oh yeah,
man.
Oh God. That was probably maybe.
I guess he got creamed in the last game. Is that what's under his eye?
He's had that all. He's had that all a lot of the playoffs.
Oh, what happened?
He probably got.
Oh, this is bad.
Get it out of there, good.
Okay.
All right, let the period end. Yeah.
All right. There you go. And basketball.
And pass.
Has the tip-off happened yet? I don't think so.
Did Cleveland lose yet?
You have got to watch. Have you guys seen the video of the dubbed video of Chris Paul and James Harden?
Oh my God!
When they're like sitting on the bench talking about the Warriors and like what they're gonna do. Like I was like, you have to see it.
No, I haven't.
Like you can play defense. It's like you be talking to me about that shit about defense, man. James Harden flopping his defense. I'm just gonna go to the hole and then I'm gonna do a step back three. All right. It's like, no, you can't do that, man. Yeah, they got 4 All-Stars. Shit don't matter. Oh, my God. It's so funny. Whatever they are saying, the dub is so much better. It's so great. They got 4 All-Stars.
Someone took a clip of when, like, Paul's saying something to him. This is, like, last year's. And, like, he puts his hand out like this.
Yeah, he's like, smacks that shit out of here, man.
Smacks his hand.
Defense.
One of the guys, his podcast was on a few weeks ago when the captain, like, before the first round. He was like, motherfucker ever hit my hand like this in a game. I was like, shit.
God, he gets like most of the time he gets more emotional on the bench than he does on the court. Yeah. James Harden, he's not exactly making a run for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Scoring 40 points a game. So he does make up for it with his offense, I suppose. They got some guys who can play defense.
Well, that's what that team needed, wasn't it? They were just
why Dwight Howard never could have. Man, I mean, he can't seem to. Man, I think he's got like
he can't make it work.
Dwight Howard might be like the TO of the NBA. Just got an excess of talent, and like he's won 3, maybe even 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards or whatever, but just cannot mesh with anybody. Just is not a team player whatsoever.
Like Russell Westbrook.
No, not. I think Dwight Howard's worse than that. Because Russell Westbrook has been able to stay, although then again, Harden and Durant, they left. So I don't know. I'm not inside those guys' heads. I don't know what the chemists. I don't think they're going to break them up at all. I think they're going to try and get another piece. They have to. I mean, if you have a guy like Russell Westbrook, you need to, add something to.
Who is their second piece?
Paul George.
Didn't he play like shit this year though?
Well, he's their second piece. I don't think he played like shit, but Carmelo Anthony, he played like he was.
I forgot about that. Yeah, Carmelo played
he was terrible. I mean, that guy. There's another all about me. There's Carmelo Anthony. That's who
Carmelo.
he is.
Anybody that just happened to join, by the way, it's intermission. About 13 minutes.
That's true.
That's why we're going over basketball.
We're watching the Eastern Conference Finals.
In case anyone's a little confused.
Celtics and Cavaliers until
But don't get me wrong. There's a lot of me. I mean, a good portion of LeBron James' game is, me. There's a lot of selfishness in the NBA, but sometimes guys have to take over.
Yeah, but Carmelo Anthony sucks.
But yeah, he's just been he doesn't make the guys around him any better, I don't think. I mean, in New York, I think he was
maybe he did a long time ago. Maybe.
Well, because I mean, when he first came in, I mean, he was hell on wheels when he came in. The only reason he wasn't, getting the best rookie stats is because him, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron all got drafted in the top 5 of their draft.
Right.
So that was an incredible draft year. Yeah. And so, as good as Carmelo was his rookie year, LeBron was killing it. So yeah, Carmelo, he's I don't know. I think as far as I'm concerned, he's beautiful. He's a veteran presence.
I feel like he should never miss that.
And he should. And he really, he's got great. Yeah, he's got great mid-range.
LeBron should never miss a shot from not at the elbow ever. I feel like.
Yeah, and the guy who's defending him is just probably like, damn it.
Made the net cough.
Yeah, sploosh.
You got a couple more people that came in. So just so you guys know, the Caps game is at intermission now. I know nobody's chatting, but basically we're talking about basketball a little bit because the Celtics and the Cavaliers are playing. Currently, it looks like the Cavs are going to destroy the Celtics.
I hope so. Yeah, take them.
Take
them for all they're worth before they go back to Boston.
Right. Well, the Cavs have to win these games. Yeah. They have to.
Oh, they have to. If they lose this, like this home game, and then they go back to Boston that's
it
trouble.
Might as well be game over.
That's big time trouble.
I mean, if anybody can come back, it's LeBron. But still.
What a flop! And they called a charge.
Oh, they called a charge on him.
What a flop!
I mean, that's how you have to play now. You can't be aggressive anymore. No, I agree. It's annoying. It's one of those things I hate is that's how you have to defend now. You have to take the flop because if you try to go get the ball, you're going to get.
There wasn't enough abrupt contact. I guess he sold it well enough, and maybe the ref was in the wrong place.
I can see that have been a call too because he flopped that. Just imagine, imagine if I think you and I talked about this once, Pat. Imagine if Jordan back then played when they gave all these foul calls out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
how
Jordan, physical.
The way that Jordan loved to push off.
Oh my gosh! What a pass! Oh man, what like a Hail Mary pass, and he was double teamed and got that.
Uh-oh.
Clang.
No.
Man, the second the clock stops, they'll show replay this. That was unbelievable. Love went the whole court. I can't believe he risked doing that. And LeBron got it on a double team. Man. But what were we talking about? Like Jordan and Fly? Yeah, it was extremely physical when Jordan was playing and when after he got knocked out by the bad boys for the second time, it was like, all right, you know what? Enough's enough. And look at his pass.
Wow.
Oh, man, that was great. And then, to have the vision for this is awesome. Mm-hmm. Perfectly placed. Yeah. And so Jordan just decided to bulk up and improve his defense. Jordan is a former Defensive Player of the Year winner too. Yeah. Like he's won everything that an NBA player can win.
Well, I'm not just saying like you see like all these guys are getting these huge amounts of points now. But just imagine what Jordan would have done in the league. In a league, they're calling this many barely touch call fouls, I would say.
Yeah, I think that it has merged into, a more scoring friendly, and you could also argue that the NFL has gone the same way. Guys talk about how you played in my generation.
Baseball's trying to do the same thing. They're trying to make home runs happen more. They're trying to
offense is sexy.
They're trying to limit
defense wins championships. Offense is what sells tickets.
How many mound visits you can have?
They're trying to cut.
I thought before you always could only have. If you sent the pitching coach out, I thought that was always the rule. If the pitching coach went out, the next one had to be the coach. You couldn't send him out twice. The pitching coach out twice.
I don't know if that's always been the rule, but I know that they limit the number of mound visits per inning or per game. And there's also a pitch clock too.
Yeah. I think it's hardly enforced. I think it's kind of there for show.
It's not enforced in the sense that they actually call any. They're not going to send anybody to first base from it. Yeah. But the ump gets up and always goes.
He might be letting him know,
hurry the fuck up. You got to pitch now.
Yeah, I think
this seems so weird because like to mess with the pitcher's mechanics. Like some of those guys do take some. Oh my God, Mom, he's upstairs sleeping.
What?
My mom.
Oh, she's checking.
Yeah.
She's on the chat. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, she's got this thing. She's got this superstition. Apparently, if she watches the games, they're gonna lose. So
she's
probably scouring YouTube and like,
hey, my son, he's talking.
Yeah. She's like, where's my grandson? The board intermission's going fast. 7 minutes left. I do like to see a good alley-oop every now and then.
Yeah, you don't see those that often.
No.
I cannot stop yawning.
I think
there's another.
The best one that I ever saw was Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. It was the best alley-oop I've ever seen.
Kevin Durant and from Russell.
No. Russell Westbrook from Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah.
And if you like Google those two guys alley-oop, it'll be the first one, and you'll know what
it was better than a Sean
Gary Payton. Yes, I knew you were gonna say that. And okay, so those guys define like,
or I would have said
the beauty of the alley-oop, but this, like, for just in like a vacuum, if you're talking about the best one, that one for me is the best one. Also, what you were saying with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, yeah, those alley-oops. Chris Paul to anyone, really. That guy, he's one of the best assist men ever. He's like an all-around. I think he might be like this generation's quintessential point guard.
Chris Paul.
Oh, and most definitely, in my opinion, yeah. Russell Westbrook may have more of like the flashy stats or whatever, but I would wager that Chris Paul makes his team better.
Did you see? I don't know if you saw it. I know you pay much attention, so I don't think Tyler may saw it. I said something about this right before that went on that Chris Paul was like, "I'm better than Steph Curry and everything except."
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah,
and so so he's exuding confidence, and he's saying that he's better at Steph Curry than everything but shooting.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a pretty significant thing to not like. Everything except for shooting.
The one thing that.
Like what I don't. Oh, come on.
The thing that Steph Curry is known for anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like Steph Curry is known for being an all-star defender at 5'6".
Heck no. Yeah, 5'6". Yeah, I think when it's all said and done, Steph Curry is going to go down as one of the top 5 like best pure shooters ever.
Yeah.
So obviously, you're not.
You know what I call Steph Curry? You know what he reminds me of? Reminds me a lot of Devin Hester. Just for bitch, like being really, really, really good at one thing. Because honestly, when the difference is though, is that there's a lot. The thing that he's so good at happens so much more often in basketball.
Yeah.
So it's not the same comparison, obviously. But when you really, really break it down at the end of the day, as far as like a complete player goes, I mean, I don't really hear about Steph Curry doing a lot for his team on defense, and I don't hear. I mean, I guess, but he's probably a good leader, right? He's got to be a good leader. Maybe a good assist guy.
Yeah, I think he's a good leader. So he's definitely made good assists as well. I think a lot of times when he has, I guess until Kyrie really started to emerge, I think Steph Curry had like the best handles in the league.
Okay.
Him, Chris Paul, Kyrie, James Harden.
Yeah,
those guys.
Oh, wow! What a finish.
Those guys have great handles. Usually Steph tries to create space to shoot it with his handles rather than provide assists. But in today's game, it goes back to that thing where, I don't mean to, keep saying, but if you want to talk about an all-around player, guys like LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant is actually a pretty good defender. He just gets like 2.5 or 3 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's hard to be a complete two-way player, but those guys like Anthony Davis.
This guy.
Yeah.
I got a timer on.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay. I didn't get a timer on.
Perfect.
It's called strategy.
Strategery.
But, I mean, didn't Steph? It's not something he's doing new, but he kind of revolutionized that like deep 3 though. Didn't he?
Oh yeah, like the undisciplined 3, except when Steph Curry is shooting it. Because in my opinion, after that season when he hit 400 threes and was the unanimous MVP, the only one to ever do that, there's nothing that's out of his range.
Yeah,
nothing is out of his range.
He's allowed to take whatever shot he wants because he's proven that he can hit.
Most people would never shoot from that Quicken Loans logo. Most people would never shoot from the logo.
No, but he would shoot. He would shoot from that and make it 50% of the time. Which when you think about, if you make 50% of your threes.
Yeah,
that's really
that is incredible.
Really 30% is like good for like
30%. Yeah. So Steph
but
Curry
he's
was
thinking
making
like 50.
half.
Yeah, you thinking 50%. I'm gonna go grab that Nos real quick because I'm falling asleep over here, man. I don't know what's going on.
Get your boost.
Yeah, it's a bottom shelf for the fridge.
Thanks, man.
Actually, yeah.
Any chance I could get some water? Yo.
Yeah. Is there a Brit or something?
Yeah. Bottom shelf right next to the Pedialyte.
Gotcha.
Stay off the Pedialyte.
I don't want to.
We're not MMA fighters.
You're not cutting weight.
I actually prefer fight milk.
Fight milk?
Yeah.
What's it? Just protein infused milk?
No, it's the official drink of the UFC.
I would have guessed Monster.
No.
Monster's always.
Monster is like the official energy drink of the UFC. It used to be at one point it was like Science energy drinks.
That is what we should do a simulcast for.
What?
A pay-per-view.
Okay, I mean, if people put money down or whatever, yeah, we can do that.
So it's the same concept though. Just like we can't show the TV, we have to turn the sound down.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, I already know. Well, Joe Rogan already does that for the ones he doesn't do.
Yeah.
But whatever. Who cares? We can do it. And like if we got an extra mic or even we can do it. I have a friend of mine who Mick who actually did mixed martial arts. He's black belt Muay Thai and actually did some
so he knows.
Well, so you could. So I mean, he could come down. He wouldn't mind doing some shit like this, and then we could actually have like if we could ask him something. You know, what I mean, he'd be able to tell you some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be like us who are just like, why isn't he doing this? And then Nick would be actually like,
could like legit ask him like, so what's it like when a guy's doing this? And like, he actually. Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. He actually. Yeah. Nick would actually be able to tell you some good shit. Because I brought up him before. He's like, yeah, perfect.
When is the Miocic Cormier?
Relatively soon, I think.
Start of June or something like that.
Something like that. Relatively soon. I don't know off the top of my head. Here, I'll Google it.
That's a good one.
I timed it. I thought I shortened it up a little bit.
Did you hear the? Is there any merit in the Chuck Liddell return?
No. Chuck Liddell would get. Now I'm just me watching his fights. Also, I've never take what I say with the grand song because I've never had a mixed martial arts fight. But watching his fights, and was a huge Chuck Liddell fan. I was so like down when he got just knocked out by Rashad Evans.
Yeah,
but he was beating the shit out of Rich Franklin. He broke Rich Franklin's arm. Rich Franklin knocked him out with his non-dominant hand, and just Chuck Liddell's chin is gone.
So
people thought Tito Ortiz is a good fighter, and then Chuck Liddell kicked his ass.
Yeah, it was like the old man showing the young punk like, dog, chill.
Well, the thing was they trained together.
They did. No, it was for a long time. Yeah. It was like friends gone rivals.
Well, it was supposed to be. They were supposed to fight, and then Tito kind of apparently did some. Oh, sorry, I had the timer set. I was supposed to.
Yeah.
So they were supposed to fight, and then apparently Tito kind of ducked him a bit, and then Chuck was like, "We're fighting. Like we're not training anymore." And Chuck already knew where he could hurt Tito.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knew if you hit. Apparently Tito didn't like body shots. Like, I mean, most people don't like body shots, but apparently Tito didn't take them well.
Yeah.
Also, Tito didn't let people really hit him because he used to take him down and just beat the shit out of him.
Right.
So when he ran to Chuck, this man has hands that have been touched by God.
He's also a counter puncher.
So what kind of odds do you get? And Chuck had this legendary sprawl when guys were trying to take him down.
Well, yeah,
that's what I thought. He was
known. Yeah, like he said, his counter.
Real quick, while we have commercial, because this might actually, you guys might have opinions on this though.
Yes.
Did you watch Griffin versus Bonner?
Yes. Wait, the first one?
First one.
I saw it after. I
kind of thought Bonner won, man.
That's why I think they gave. I think that's why they gave him the other contract that day. That's why I think Dana White gave him that contract.
Well, they both got a contract.
That's what I'm saying. I think Dana.
Here you go, man. Sorry about that fight.
I think Dana was probably like, he probably really won.
Yeah. Well, it was an incredible fight.
Well, it was literally no defense.
Yeah, but the thing, also it was definitely a war. But they also, even when they were running out of energy, they were still swinging at each other.
Well,
but I thought that Bonner won so many more of the exchanges, and I thought he landed so many more significant blows. But they gave it to Griffin. I remember at the end of the fight going like, "That was great."
That was great, but he didn't really.
And I wanted Griffin to win. I was a Forrest Griffin fan. Yeah. I wanted him to win.
Yeah.
That was also, by the way, a time when I loved the UFC because it wasn't all of these fighters coming out of nowhere all the time.
Oh yeah.
It was the same guys over and over and over again. And I know that they couldn't keep that up forever because their bodies would shut down and they would die. But
you're just you're a cage fighter.
Well,
First of all, you have to be part crazy,
Mhm.
and yeah, the longevity of the career, unless you just have this, unless you're a defensive minded for who likes to grapple, yeah, you're not gonna last long.
Well, but that's what I saw that thing about Chuck saying about him fighting Jones, and it was like,
Right,
I think John Jones would knock him out with a jab. And I mean that only because I think.
So does Chuck want money?
Well, then, if that's what you think, then what do you think about Venus Williams versus John McEnroe?
Venus Williams,
Serena.
Serena.
Are you talking about now? I think Serena would beat the shit out of him.
It would be embarrassing for John McEnroe.
But he said that she wouldn't even beat any of like the top 100 guys.
Well, that's not him.
Yeah, but not him. Yeah, game started again. Second period's not started.
That's true.
Yeah. But no, I don't think.
You jerk!
I mean, here's the
question.
So great.
John
God.
McEnroe for some of the greatest sound bites of all time.
Oh yeah. How about the one he got into something? Some guy like crossed the road, like the net to say something. What are you doing? Why are you down here?
Yeah, because that's like a big no-no in tennis.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you doing down here?
Wait, what happened? What?
So he got in an altercation with somebody in a game, in a match, and they fucking catch it.
And the other
guy
like
walked across, like stepped over the net and walked down to him. Macro just stood there, like didn't even flinch. Was like, "What are you doing down here? Like, why are you here?
Go away."
Yeah. There's no intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Was McEnroe even intimidated by his own brother?
I don't know. They were great in doubles, though. His brother's a really good comment. Actually, you know what? To be honest, John McEnroe is probably the best commentator.
He is a very good.
He just, for all of, I guess, his faults when he played, in terms of like his attitude, because he's also an incredible player.
Yeah.
I think I'd wager if you take away the big four of today's game, his rivalry with Bjorn Borg is probably the best in tennis.
You don't think Nadal, Federer is?
I'm saying if you take away the big four, Nadal, Federer, Djokovic, and Murray, if you take away those four, his rivalry with Borg is the best. That helped, it's one of those rivalries that helped popularize tennis. I think a more popular one was probably Agassi and Sampras, but I think a better
never won
rivalry,
Agassi never really won.
No, I think Sampras,
I was a huge Agassi
maybe other than the guys today, Sampras is probably the best ever do it.
Yeah.
Like he'd be in the top 5.
Yeah.
Did you ever settle on your goat of goats?
The greatest of greats?
Like the greatest.
Yeah, the greatest
man,
of greats.
I just don't know. Hard. I mean, I just like who, I do agree that I like for sheer dominance, like all of the numbers that Wayne Gretzky put up, and then he won championships. So there was no there's no criticism for him to be like, yeah, but he never won the title, blah, blah, blah.
And he holds like the records for all-time scoring too.
So he did. Yeah. So he did accomplish everything. So that's a good pick. Yeah. I think that there's some merit to when you're saying that it can't be Federer because he could never be Nadal on clay.
That's not really what I was saying, by the way, although I agree with it. That was a point that I heard somebody make.
I mean, I think he's the goat of goats in tennis.
Yeah. Oh, no question. He's the best. He's the best.
Like one guy clearly had a kryptonite that he just could not eclipse.
Yeah.
So that's tough. And then, I said guys like Phelps and Bolt and Jordan and, it's tough in football.
I think Jordan, Jordan is easy for me to not include in there, actually. I think it's because even though he does have his 2-3 peats, I think the same problem I have with Muhammad Ali, where the back end of his career tainted his whole legacy a little bit. Yeah. I think the same thing with Jordan. I think coming back to play with the Wizards did taint his career in the Magic a little bit. Because I remember even I was like, wow, we're getting Michael Jordan.
Really? Going places.
And then nothing happened. And I was like, this is Michael Jordan. And obviously, that's not his fault, but that's what happened. Sure, that's the image that changed for me. I looked at him like, this is Michael Jordan. And as a kid, I didn't know any better. I didn't know he was just an older guy who just came back from retirement. All I thought was like, wow, I was told all growing up, this is the greatest basketball player of all time, and he couldn't do anything.
Well, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't seem to hurt his legacy to most.
Good, clear. Cap
to most 10-year-old Wizards. No, absolutely not. But at the same time, he also has multiple retirings and coming back in his career. When you would think about it, his career isn't really that long when you think about it.
Yeah,
it's not really that long.
I guess we could argue that he had the best pocket of a career of anybody that's ever played.
And that's
either him or Bill Russell. And Russell won 11 including
titles.
like 9 in a row. Because Russell won championships in high school, college.
I would have hated to have watched basketball back then. For how many dynasties there were, like it would be so boring.
Yeah, that Celtics run would have been dreadful for anybody else. And to be honest, like the lack of superstars.
It wasn't just Celtics and Lakers trading it back and forth.
It really was. Yeah,
it really was. And it was like the Pistons showed up one time. Then the Pistons showed up one time ever, and that was it. Like
ruined the party.
Good stay by.
Oh my god! At least we're hitting them more than they're hitting us.
True.
I guess we do have a hockey game going on right now. We're just doing generic sports ramblings for whoever.
We can do that.
No, but the thing is, though, we're not holding a lot of viewers during this, so we're basically recording this for everybody who's watching it later. So it might as well be random sports ramblings.
That's what we did before, and then we were doing the same thing, and then good save by Holtby.
Save by Holtby. There we go.
But then this is what happened before. We just.
And
then some people jumped in and we just started talking to them and we were talking about the game and just let it go and see how it goes. But it's hard to say. I would say that's hard to do go-to-goes across sports though.
Yeah. It's tough it's toughest to like even choose someone in football because of like, all the different positions and the ways guys. But I guess if you just I guess if you just like said, okay, who was the best at what they were supposed to do?
Yeah.
Then you could pick like the go-to-goats in football, but I still think you'd have to pick offense and defense. Like, how could you say that Lawrence Taylor is better than Tom Brady? Like, how
exactly?
How do you know?
which is why football again doesn't go up there because football is such a team sport in the sense that like wherever Wayne Gretzky went, he was going to make that team instantly insanely better.
Yeah, his presence. He would make everyone better. Yeah, so that's a legitimate reason.
Right.
Yeah. I think if relevant.
In NFL, it's almost like you could send
hockey town.
That's what I said. He made Luke Robitaille. I think Luke Robitaille, and then after Gretzky left, Luke Robitaille was still a name though, because of Gretzky.
Yeah.
But I said the positive. Or was it you? I said that somebody put up like the Gretzky brothers are the best scoring brother, like most points as a brothers ever, and it was like Wayne Gretzky.
Because it's just Wayne.
No, it was like Wayne Gretzky, 2000 whatever. It was like Kyle Gretzky, 4 points.
He has three career points, and they have more combined points than Henrik and Danielson.
Yeah, that's what it was. Something like that. It was like
it's ridiculous. That's how many points that Gretzky has. It's just not even fair. Those records, we will never see a better hockey player.
2-on-1.
Come on!
Burkowski.
No. Oh, crap. When the goalie was looking, I was like, oh, please
no.
Oh, someone there.
Oh, but no, he was coming off for a line change.
I don't expect Brooks Orpik to ever really be in the play.
He's never going to be pitched in there.
Surprisingly, Brooks Orpik actually has an overtime game winner in his career.
Does he really?
Yes, he does.
With what, the Penguins?
Probably, yeah. Because he only played with them before us, yeah. It was funny. It may have been against us even.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Look at that huge turnover by Orpik right there.
Oh, hey.
As they hit each other.
But it was funny when they were going through the list of like caps with overtime winners ever in history. It was like Orpik won, Justin Williams won, Oshie with 1, Nicholas Backstrom with 3.
Of all players.
All
right. Come on, get there.
He's gonna get there. But
someone help.
Oh, I mean,
he's hoping someone will come right up. Oh, try to wrap around.
Yeah, you can try, Eller.
Keep it down there. Keep
him honest.
Danish
stick.
Someone waiting in front.
No, they're not. They're not even.
Where are we?
The stick.
We're in my basement.
Oh, thanks. Shoot.
And Carlson pinched.
Oh yeah! Get in front of him. Get in front of him.
That's bad goal.
Nope.
Whoa! What a miss.
Shot wide. What an idiot.
We forced him, I think,
Maybe, but that was bad on their part. They should have had that.
They beat the goalie and everything.
Yeah.
They had us beat. There was no reason for them to not capitalize. Thank God they're going to call something on that, aren't they?
Oh, they are.
No.
They shouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't seen anybody say anything. All right, so they didn't call it.
Good hit.
It just seemed like it was from behind, and you know how they are with those.
Get the crowd fired up.
Oh, no holding. Okay, I was like, please don't jump over the top and give him a hold.
Wilson looked like he was almost going to take out Obi's face. I don't know if you saw that in the corner there. It looked like he was going to take him out.
Oh, it's bad. I get so nervous whenever I see Holtby leave the net sometimes.
Yeah, I don't like it when he goes and plays the puck.
Yeah.
It doesn't always end up.
No, you're right.
Oh, here we go. And they're keeping it in. There's Hetman with those giant fucking arms.
No, Hetman with his like 7-foot reach.
How tall is he?
6'7".
Yeah, he's huge.
Ooh,
this is gonna be like a 1-0 game.
Yeah, I forget that 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah, Hetman's 6'6". I think he's the second tallest person in the NHL.
Chara still plays?
Mm-hmm. Okay. 6'9". And then I think Ben Bishop, who's a goalie for the Lightning, for the Stars, is actually 6'7".
Wow, so he just clogs up the net.
Yeah. He played for Tampa. He just couldn't stay healthy, and that's why they had this flourishing goalie in Vasilevsky.
This thing maybe because I'm only a casual hockey fan at best, so it might be an ignorant question. But when you say the goalie couldn't stay healthy, what exactly? So when I say what are they at risk of?
So hip. I'm gonna say hip dysplasia, but they have a lot of goalies, especially with butterflies now, have hip issues.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because the femur jamming into the hip socket, legs, they get tweaked if they get like caught on a post or. So
I'll tell you what, any day after a game, this whole area right in here, and just like lifting my leg up like this, it hurts so much.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily.
And I play like 1 game a month tops. Right. And in my peak, I'm paying.
You're still feeling it,
but I'm still dying at the
So it's not necessarily like an abrupt, like anyone else on the ice would feel. It's over time. Goalies can develop
his
these
injuries
things.
Though were abrupt.
Like it just like the injury happened.
His were like
it can happen at any time.
His were like wrist injuries though. Ben Bishop's he used to play for Tampa. His were wrist injuries for some reason. Like he would make a save. He plays for the Stars now. But they had Vasilevsky behind him, so they're like, all right, we'll let you go, or we'll trade you to Dallas.
The Dallas.
But no, his were like wrist and like hand or like elbow issues is what a lot of his injuries were. I think Bishop's were. Mm-hmm. Just a side note is if hypothetically the Celtics were to win this, is Gordon Hayward going to play in the finals?
No. No, I think they're protecting their investment with him, and there's no reason. I'll tell you what. So even if Gordon Hayward, it really would have mattered if like Kyrie could come back because whoever's playing the Warriors or the Rockets, I got to be honest, I'd be surprised if it goes 6 games.
Yeah,
I'd be very surprised if this goes 6 games. The Warriors and Rockets are so top heavy.
Yeah.
In these Western teams are so I even though LeBron, I think if the Cavs win this, I'd be surprised if it goes 6 games. The teams are just too good.
Especially in the West. I don't know how the West got all that talent. It doesn't come over to the East and trickle over here somehow.
LeBron. I think
nobody wants to play. Just they don't want to deal with having to play against LeBron. They'd rather just meet him in the finals.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean the thing with the Warriors is so they obviously they draft well. And Steph Curry finally came into his own and just became a first-team All-NBA player. Yeah. And I mean, when Kevin Durant went there, it was like, all right, let's have a fun race for second place, guys. When he went there, I was like, I thought they had a shot at like 75 wins.
Yeah.
And so they won 73. They broke the Bulls record by 1,
but they did win the
right. So that's all that. Yeah, you can ask any of them.
Matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They would have rather won 40 games than won a title. So it just all that matters is did you win your last game?
By the way, the Wizards have never had a 50-win season. The Bullets have, but not the Wizards.
Did you hear that the Raptors had 3 and was only under 1 coach, and then they just fired that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Coach of the Year candidate, and I guess the problem is he just keeps getting to the same win. Then it's one of those things where he can't get over the hump.
He can't. He shot Schottenheimer.
Yeah, so
can't get over the hump.
I guess I don't exactly know what is better that's out there, but it's like one of those. Hey, the grass might be greener. Come on, shoot it!
Ooh,
got a piece of it
right about his glove and off his arm and up.
Just keep putting on the pressure.
This game cannot go to overtime, by the way. Can't do this. I got meeting tomorrow.
I played so much hockey this offseason, dude. They've got to be just white.
No, they have to be, for sure. See, it's the same move. It's always the same move.
It is.
Oh, I do like they're showing the physicality. I like that. He's getting he's getting aggressive. Like I said, it's a do or die game.
That's
really
good. You know what I do like though about Obi that he's done this year specifically is that's something he did not do the first 7 years of his career is go right to the middle.
Get in front of the net. No, he didn't want to get hit by the puck.
Yeah, and he tried
I can't score if I get hurt.
And tried to flex. Well, the rush machine doesn't break apparently.
Well, yeah, it can break if it's always taking shots to the face.
He's
got some more teeth he can lose.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't care what machine it is. If I hit it with a hammer enough, eventually it will break. Trust me. I've hit lots of machines with hammers.
He's like a piece of iron. All right.
Come on, take it away.
I do like the puck pressure the Caps are applying.
Yeah.
They're not getting hemmed in too long.
Don't let them create space.
Come on, guys, just get to Game 7. Just the difference of what it means to get to Game 7 in the conference finals, man. It's different. It's different than losing in 6 games in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that they win this because then that would give my prediction to be a chance to be right was us winning in 7.
Well, it's so horrendous that to let them win 4 in a row after winning 2 games decidedly. That's pitiful.
But they did it to Boston too. I mean, Boston smashed them in the first game, then they won the next 4.
Yeah, but Boston only won 1 game, and I think the fact that we smashed them in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
It's not like, and that's part of the reason why I think the Caps fans have been losing it so much because if we
were shown a glimpse,
if we had that first game and then barely lost the second game and then lost 2 at home and we were looking at 3-1, we'd be like, that sucks, but we really didn't think we'd make it this far.
Yeah.
And it just, I feel like in a way, somehow it would hurt, but it wouldn't hurt as much if we were down 3-1 and then not knowing what would happen in the next game. If we did lose 4-1, I mean, that would suck. Yeah. But I don't know. There's something about the way that we won those 2 games. We set a different level.
Yeah.
We set a different tone. We showed something else that we can do. And
we just let our foot off the gas.
Yeah,
6-2,
and that's what it feels like. It feels like we let our foot off the gas. It feels like they made adjustments and we never figured it out.
Yeah.
And I know that in Game 5 it looked like we played a lot better, and they just happened to capitalize on 3 really good chances.
In Game 4, I thought that we played better, and then they got not a fluky goal, but it was like a rebound, and then it off the boards, and then came right back between Holtby's legs, like a trick for their game winner.
Yeah.
So even that one, I thought we fought back and played well in. So and we didn't get the bounce.
Right.
We didn't make our own bounces, but we'll see what happens. They're not playing horrible. I hate the fact that it's so tight right now because then you can just collectively feel it, at least in this game.
It hasn't I like the feeling for the first 2 games so much more because we were just dominating so much more and we were getting so many 7-5 in series clinching games as a Lightning head coach. Wow. So we could make it 7-7 if we somehow win the next.
What are the ribbons they're wearing for? They green ribbon.
Humboldt, I think.
Oh.
I don't know if you know about who.
I don't.
So there was a junior hockey team in Humboldt that died in almost all of them died in a bus crash.
Oh, damn.
Like in Saskatchewan or something like that?
Yeah. Up in Saskatchewan, yeah.
So
every player in the playoffs was wearing a Humboldt sticker on their helmet, and I think the
coaches are wearing the
lapels or
and some I don't know who did it. I can't.
That's why those sticks. That's why technically those sticks are out front because someone started a thing that was like leaving your sticks out for those souls or something.
Right, something like that. Yeah.
So I just put 2 of my sticks that I know how to use.
I've seen that on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah,
leaving the sticks out for Harambe, I believe.
Oh. I don't know if you saw this, but did you see when Mia Khalifa apparently went to the game she went to that game 3 or 4?
Yeah.
She got hit in the tip with a puck.
Yeah, she got hit.
I heard about. Oh, well, I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, she was like, "You hit in the tip," but it was awesome.
Yeah,
it's so worth it.
She annoys me.
Did you go to high school with her?
Yes, we did go to high school, but I did not know her. Pat actually knew her.
I knew her in middle school too.
Oh wow.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. She hung around my neighborhood.
Oh.
Yes, that's fun.
Wait, did you hang out with all the trashy kids in your neighborhood? Because I remember you had some trashy kids that hung out in your neighborhood. I don't want to drop names.
What a hit!
I mean, she didn't. Like we had seen her every once in a while, but so she must have hung out with the trashy kids because I didn't. And
yeah.
You know,
there you go. Oh my God, we're getting a lot of hits in right now. We look like the stronger team.
Just keeping a body on.
Yeah, make them scared.
Yeah, 25-12 hits.
Pass.
I wish I could. I want to see.
Oh, dang it!
Ah, man, we just ping ponging around in there or pinballing.
Oh.
And the ref is down. That's the ref that calls the goals. Get up. That's the ref that calls it in there.
Woo. Oh God, I thought they would hit.
Yeah, I hate when they're on the same page and they skate the same way.
Yeah. Oh,
come on!
Verona, you
good skating.
No, it was Wilson. Oh no, it was Verona. Yeah, you're right. I thought it was before.
Oh man,
all right, guys.
No. Oh, they're pinching. Oh, why are we pinching? Scares me.
Back behind.
Hanging on to it.
Anybody there? Shoot.
That's gonna go wide. Yep.
Keep it down there. Come on, keep the pressure on. Someone wide open.
Move the puck.
Yeah, I'm gonna say keep this thing moving. Come on, guys.
Don't be stationary.
Oh, score love. Come on.
All right, keep the puck moving, guys.
Yeah, do something with it.
Oh, what a whiff!
All right, well at least they're tired. They're not even pushing us
Shoot
anymore.
it! Oh God, you can almost feel it coming.
They are dragging. But also, we've been out there for 2 minutes too.
Our guys aren't feeling any better.
Yeah. At least we were.
We're still offside though. Backstrom held up there forever.
Oh,
good. Face off. Okay.
Yeah.
It looked like he.
Yeah, they're gonna get a line change.
That one knuckled in a little bit. Yeah.
That was a good exchange. Finally.
By the way, good luck, Matt and Mikey, tonight in your doubleheader.
Oh, you have hockey?
No.
The other Matt. No, because I was like, Jesus, it's like already freaking 9:30.
No. No, man. Fuck that.
Oh my God.
No, there's that one hit on. What a hit on.
That wasn't the one I was thinking of. It was this one.
No, it's this one.
Boom.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, Orpik.
Just leveled him.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's a
face-off win
for Eller.
Oh, where'd the puck go?
It's wide. We keep shooting wide. All of our point shots are so wide.
I think Kenny's shooting for deflections.
I think he is too, but I feel like we turn those over so often when he's shooting wide like that.
True. That's the only thing I can think he's doing is just he's trying to either
shoot it at the net, hit somebody instead.
Yeah.
In the face.
Don't do that. Oh no, we both broke his stick.
Who did?
The
lightning
break
guy.
though.
Okay, come on, get through. Come on. Put a shot on goal.
Shoot! Oh my God, he took forever. Eller. Why did he
why wasn't it at one time? Why did he?
Not every guy.
Yeah, not everyone's really good.
Yeah.
Well, was the pass to? Did he have to receive it? All right, here's a replay. Did he have to receive it?
Let's see.
Yeah, a little bit.
I guess,
a little bit more with his front foot. Maybe he could have cranked it, but
okay.
Oh.
What happened?
So he just, I bet you there was a crack. He didn't see it, and he thought it was broken, so he just touched it on the ground and it snapped in two.
Yeah.
So technically, if he would have played the puck, it would have been a penalty with a broken stick. Yeah. But
can you play the puck with your skate if you have a broken stick? Okay.
Yeah, you just can't kick it in the net.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can pass it, you can kick it down the ice, you can do whatever, but you just can't.
It's got a W.
Yeah, they won
another broken stick on the face-off. Caps.
Soto 3 RBIs.
That
must have been his home.
Caps
that was his home
man
run.
Advantage right now with the guy with no stick.
No stick.
Isolate the guy with no stick.
Come on.
There you go, guy with no stick. Take a shot around him. Do something.
Oh my God! Now you're pinching
What is
together.
this?
Oh my God!
Do not lose it. Oh my gosh!
Oh God!
There you go.
Move.
Dude, someone's got. God dang it!
Shoot!
They're way too focused on the guy with no stick. They're just.
It bounced.
Yeah. Get a rebound out of it. All right, Kuzi. What the fuck? Did you try?
I remember when the Avalanche used to be so good at that.
That's a
situation where you set it up enough so that it's not a breakaway, but you're just passing at that triangle. Oh, it was beautiful. That was like when I first started to watch hockey. Might have been in the summer. What was it? 2004, 2005? No. Yeah, 2004, 2005. Whenever the Avalanche and Lakers they both.
Oh, he did. Oh,
man,
he got by him.
Had room, yeah. And Sakic and
wow,
they were all there.
Barely any torque on that thing. It just snapped.
Good pass between the legs
to the other team.
Yeah, I guess he was hoping.
Yeah, sweet pass, Dick.
Next time, look.
He's telling Kempney, fucking shoot on net.
You shoot puck. Why you no shoot? I can't score all goals.
Well, him and
Celtics are closing the gap.
It is crazy how close him and Kuzi are in points though.
Yeah, no, Kuzi's been killing it.
Yeah, and that's what everybody.
Oh, the ref! Oh, the ref fell in the ice. Oh, man. Oh.
He got nailed in the foot or something.
Yeah, he got hit hard.
Touchdown population, you bro.
Skated off.
That hurts.
Watch. I think it hit him in the ankle.
God.
It looks like he. Ow! Right in like the
foot.
bone. Oh. He's like, ah. He's like, Jesus, take the wheel.
I've been shot.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
Use your witchcraft.
Oh God, so great. Oh wait a minute,
what? Hook. Oh, they called a hook.
All right, we'll take it.
Kill the ref and you got a power play.
I didn't even see a hook.
Come on, please. The place will go nuts.
So yeah, we hit the ref.
Yeah, we hit the ref and got a power play. Hit the next one.
Hit another ref.
Yeah.
Scare him.
Nikki got tossed from the face off. Oh,
we still won.
All right. She's been
better be down here the whole time.
All right, keep it going. Nikki down.
Oh, good pass. Oh, God,
keep
dang it.
moving though. Caps find some pressure.
Oh, keep it down there. Keep it down there.
Good save, Ovi. Come on, Nikki. Get that wrist moving.
Shoot it. You got such an open. Right to his stomach.
Damn.
Yeah, even Ovi's like,
he had dropping F-bombs, clearly. Right. He won't come off on this power play, right?
Probably not.
Okay.
If we were winning like 4-2,
then yeah.
Oh, Kuzi.
Oh God, that
Oshie couldn't one time that. Now
Oshi's one of the closer.
Oshie's actually pretty good one timers.
Score is currently 0-0. Zach Attack.
Oh, all right, good win.
Caps are on a power play, minute and a half.
Oh man, a rebound. Someone needs to be there for a rebound.
Well, the guys are usually, the thing is, like, we're usually in front for a rebound. It's just that there's a lot of different ways the puck can deflect off to.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only, one spot you can be standing
Go farther down the ice, please.
Oh, he kept it in. I can't believe they kept that one in.
Yeah, so it's shockingly good.
Oh! I thought that was in for sure. Oh, God.
Oh, my butthole puckered.
Everyone in the stadium is standing right now, sitting back down because they thought it was a goal.
Good check by Nikki. Keep moving, keep moving back down.
We got to score on the power.
Oh my God!
Got to do something.
Move. I hate when they get stationary.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or am I the only one that hates Vegas? I mean,
I want to spoil that party so bad.
Yeah,
I mean, good for them if like they.
Yes! Finally, thank you.
Winning.
Oh,
Jesus
TJ Oshie
Christ,
his finally in the third round. Caps 1-0, 4:48 left in the second period.
Jeez.
And my son's probably down.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, Zach, back to your point. If it's the Lightning versus Vegas, I gotta choose Vegas.
Yeah, I mean they're the fun, exciting team. I'm not cheering for a team that beat us.
No way am I gonna be cheering for Tampa Bay. But if it's us, then we gotta kill. We gotta kill the Knights.
First power play goal in 3 games.
For Oshie or for us?
Us in general.
Yeah.
First 2 games we were.
It's been a while since
power play
we've had a power play.
Been dreadful.
And that was one thing that Tampa did not.
Can we get 2 quick ones? Come on, let's just get 2 really quick ones. It's not gonna be icing. They're washing that, for sure.
Well, remember,
it trickled back too slow.
either. So.
Nah, but usually, I mean, when it trickles back that slow, like this, they would. If it got away back, they wouldn't call it.
Beagle.
Get that stick in there. I love it.
Yeah, so she said,
he hit his own guy. DSP. Oh man. Oh, but he's still down. Oh, he's down. He's hurt.
He's hurt.
Look like he's trying.
He got some lunch money on the ground.
Oh man, we're
DSP's feeling it. DSP's feeling it.
Really going for hits.
Oh yeah. And this is something I thought would actually help us in the long run, but it didn't really look like it was panning out in games.
No, but right now it's been but now there's a guy behind there. that wasn't going to go
so
in.
long as Vegas
Doesn't win the cup, you're happy. You don't care if the Caps win it. You're still salty about round 2. Are you a Penguins fan? I mean, is that why you'd be salty about round 2?
What if the Caps win? What is he saying?
No, he's So he's okay. So that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Well, at least you can set aside your difference to like not want Vegas to win because you want to spoil their party, man. Yeah, he just played out.
I look at it this way: you can't win it every year, okay, Pens?
We're not talking about the Penguins and Caps right now. We're talking about the fact that Vegas needs to calm down. They need to calm down. They need to stop because they haven't suffered. All right, it's been 1 year. They need to pull Blues and lose in the cup because they need to calm down. That's how I see it. At least.
Look, bonus. Son did not wake up from that.
No, he didn't.
No, he did not.
Oh, good. Yeah, because if your son wakes up, it's just going to be me and Pat. Wow, we're out hitting them 12-27.
Yeah,
that's kind of what we needed to do.
Yeah.
That was the only way we were
that the players in Vegas. Maybe they all have a chip on their shoulder, and they were playing like they have something.
I think
this year.
That's part of it for some of them.
The coaches are like, okay, all right, well, you're going to get rid of me. You didn't protect me, and now, all right, well, because they had played like they had nothing to lose. They had a chip on their shoulder.
Also at the same time, I think a lot of them knew the position that they were in. A lot of those guys going in there.
Maybe if they weren't protected, they were like, all right, clearly I'm on the bubble.
Oh yeah,
is that what you mean?
Yeah. I think most guys that ended up being a part of the expansion draft, I think they kind of knew that they were going to be one of those guys. That
if I just got tossed from a team, and then if I don't show something in this season,
because
obviously we didn't expect much from a brand new team.
Well, nobody expected this.
Also, I've said this before, and someone else, not somebody, but this year as an expansion out of all the expansion drafts was the most talent-rich expansion draft.
That was scary for Holtby.
Talent, yeah.
I mean, because a lot of guys were young. Most of all the other expansion drafts were old players at the end of their career.
Yeah, a lot of guys that would go to teams, they would have had good careers already with their best years behind them. And I think a lot of guys that Vegas got were fringe guys that you didn't know how they were going to pan out. And it just turned out that a bunch of them, that was bad.
Was Fleury still expected to be as good as he was in Pittsburgh?
No, Fleury was not supposed to be that good. Fleury was supposed to be decent and supposed to be like the best player they had, basically.
Was Fleury supposed to be better in Vegas than Murray was supposed to be in Pittsburgh?
No, Murray was supposed to be. Yeah, Murray was supposed to be the better. Okay, look, Murray was the smarter protection pick because Fleury was old, and yes, Fleury had a few cups, but Murray had 2 cups in his very short career.
He was younger, and so they were thinking about the future.
Yes,
So they protected the right goalie. They did what they were supposed to do.
Just real quick, while there's a stoppage in play, LeBron James passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as NBA's all-time playoff leader in made field goals. Keeps making history, yo.
God, that shit out of me.
Yeah, we can't. Come on, guys, flip it out.
Not get it out.
All right, well, it's
all right. Thank God you can hand pass in the defensive zone.
Even though he just gave it to himself, and now the puck still has not gone out.
All right, come on, do something with it. Go.
You wouldn't care if we lost against Vegas in the finals. We had to lose the Caps. Yeah, well, I know that wasn't the way that you guys wanted it to go down, but at the same time, you also have how many series against us?
It was our time.
Yeah.
So I think you guys have beat us like 8 times out of the last 9 visits, or you guys have beaten us 8 times out of the last 10 visits. So I think you can afford 1 loss. We get to have 1 or 2.
What's the stoppage to play for?
Look like an offside.
Oh, okay.
So if you're Pittsburgh, are you a Steelers fan? Because football's coming, and you have Roethlisberger, Brown, and Bell.
And Bell's not showing up to
life ain't too. Well, those are the voluntary activities. I mean, Tom Brady and Gronk
showed up to those.
Yeah. Why should he? I mean, obviously, it's not like that. You're talking about that guy like, oh man, he needs to show up. That guy needs practice.
No, he does not.
So no one's talking about him.
Did he sign the tag?
Yeah,
Bell, he did. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to see that holdout so bad.
Well,
whatchamacallit's already starting it. Starting his holdout.
Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron Donald.
He's trying to shatter. I guarantee Aaron Donald's going to have to get like quarterback money because he wants more than what Von Miller got, and Von Miller
he's going to get more than Von Miller money.
Yes, because
he's not better than Von Miller.
What?
Aaron Donald?
Oh, yeah. I definitely think I'd rather have Aaron Donald. I think he's the best defensive player in the league right now, like bar none. There are guys that are
All
like
right.
close to his level. I think, you know, Von Miller and Khalil Mack.
Maybe there's a better tandem.
What? Maybe there's a better tandem, like
with Von Miller.
Honestly, I have to be honest. I think the best tandem in the
Joey
league is
Bosa
Joey
and
Bosa
Melvin
and Melvin
Ingram.
Ingram.
Yes.
That's the best tandem. Now we don't know, like when Bradley Chubb joins Von Miller this season, if they could be a duo
I wonder
to
how
get
that's gonna work.
to 10 I don't know why Cleveland passed on. They
dumb. So dumb.
So Baker,
oh.
I don't know. Yeah, well, they're in.
No,
second of all,
picking Baker, I don't
reach.
think was a bad pick. It was a bad pick at number 1.
Mega reach.
Yeah,
at
huge
4
reach.
Also,
He would have been there.
Ward.
Yeah,
it's a mega reach.
That's the thing. How do you have the number 1 and the number 4 pick and somehow reach on both? how do you have the number 1 and the number 4 pick and somehow find?
I mean, the only thing I can
both?
say is that they have
no
such a gaping hole at corner. So, like, they had to, and I guess, like, you know, look what happens when you go up against A.J. Green and Antonio Brown 4 games a year. So, we'll
that
see.
could have been bad. But
anyways, like, back to what we were talking about. We're talking about the edge. Oh, yeah, so Aaron Donald. Yeah, he's the best defensive player in the league right now, and so he's had 4 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros. He won the Defensive Rookie of the Year. He won Defensive Player of the Year.
Look for you.
And so if they don't extend him, if they – I guess I can't imagine he hold out. I guess he'll play on his 5th-year option. In my opinion,
hold out on a 5th-year option.
You can just not play. Yeah, you can just.
I get it. Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true. You just wait for your year to be.
In my opinion, he's the odds-on favorite actually to win Defensive Player of the Year again.
Aaron Donald.
Yes, because Ndamukong Suh is there now, and it's like you're going to have to double team one or the other.
I forgot about him.
So.
Yeah, but Suh's regressed. Then again, he was playing on the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah, so it's hard to say how much he's regressed, but I think he's still enough of a presence, and especially if you double team Aaron Donald, Suh's gonna love that.
True.
Yeah, that's gonna.
He might have a comeback player of the year. Right, and waiting for him.
Yeah, he might step on somebody.
Yeah,
if Donald has an amazing year, the point where they got to double every game, and Suh's able to break through for a couple of sacks.
Well, it's interesting with comeback player of the year.
Shoot the puck!
Come on, shoot!
Oh, they got shoulder.
It's interesting with player of the year because of like the all-pro list of injuries last year.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking about like guys like Johnson, Rodgers, Watt, Beckham. Who are some defensive guys that were? You know, there was a lot more. Shoot it!
Oh my God! Close it down. All
right, I'm liking the forecheck.
I know it looks great, but.
Oh, did it go in?
Oh, it was sitting right behind him. No, it was sitting right behind the goalie, and we couldn't poke it in.
Oh my
how, dude, he just took his lunch money there.
He's cut. Oh, he's cut.
He's cut.
Just go off the shower. Go shower right now.
He's on the plane.
Yeah. Well, he's in D.C., so he'd be home.
Fine. Well, whatever.
Then send him home.
Get on the red line.
Get on the 2-0. No, we freaked out because it should have been 2-0, but here it is.
I thought it was in.
Right? Oh, it's right there, and we couldn't get into.
Oh, Eric Berry got hurt first game this season, so he's.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Eric Berry,
and he already has one comeback player of the year award. Yeah.
Oh God, what a! I was like, oof.
Honestly, I feel like.
If I had to, you hit the goalie though too, Oshie. I'm not upset about that. Way to make sure you went into the goalie too.
Right.
Anything you do to bump him, get him off his game, anything.
I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Don't let a late goal.
Oh, good.
Like that. Like right. Just
little just like lollipop.
Little floater that just
don't let them do to us what we've done to them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need us to shut it down for 8 more seconds. What's the Cavs score look like right now?
It's loading. Okay, they're up by 15.
Okay, so it's about where it's been the whole time.
Yeah,
LeBron's gonna win.
Playing some. LeBron's gonna win.
Yeah,
and those other guys that
Boston versus LeBron, the Cleveland LeBron.
It really is. You know,
LeBron and J.R. Smith.
Yes, J.R.
It's funny,
he'll make some.
The Browns are so shitty that Stipe Miocic is the next popular thing in Cleveland to LeBron.
I don't know. I think people might be getting on the Baker train.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, football with the popularity it is, and you just had a number 1 overall pick quarterback. We'll see.
He's a kid who's eccentric and loud, so I mean,
we'll see. I think that's
as long as Baker doesn't go full Manziel and party and have an off-field issue, then the city will probably.
I totally agree.
As long as he's not terrible. Wow, by the way, that just went off the post. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. They just rang it off the top left, top right post and almost scored there at the end.
Yes. She said, is Pat talking about squeaky sports?
Squeaky sports.
Matt's shoes on the basketball court.
Yeah, it's squeaky.
Squeak. All right, speaking of squeaky sports, let's put the squeaky sports on. All right, let's see what
It's halftime.
What? Oh,
the basketball game.
So we have no entertainment.
No.
We
could go back to, I don't know how much we talked about the Aaron Donald situation, like him holding out and just
go ahead. I'm gonna go stand outside.
Like Aaron Donald, Le'Veon Bell don't need to be at the voluntary stuff. Tom Brady's not at his voluntary. I think Gronk isn't there either.
Rookies need to be there. Rookies and certain
guys who are in contract years.
You know what? I would say the captains and the team leaders should be there. Maybe they don't need to suit up or something like that.
Season's starting or ending.
Whose season?
You talking about basketball, huh?
It's the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. I just hope we can win a game.
We're talking about playoffs. I want to win a game.
It's like one of the greatest press conferences.
I mean, it was
so good.
It was awesome. But so did you see?
Look at this. This got to be the highlight of the game. Oh,
so I don't know if you knew. Like my wife knows, but Josh Norman is on Dancing with the Stars,
and
that he actually, I guess this is apparently some super short season, according to her. But one he was like, they did some team dance. He's like, all right, I love to practice you guys, but I got to go back. Essentially, he came back for voluntary workouts.
Really?
Yeah. And then, but then he went back, so he still went back to do the show, but left in the middle of the week to come out and do long.
He's a pro.
Yeah,
he's a pro. I mean, I wouldn't have faulted him for. I think Josh Norman's got enough.
Out of the year,
got enough.
That noisy game. About the same as hockey. They start 2 weeks after hockey and they end 2. 3
yeah, it's the same time frame as hockey.
Yeah,
and it's a grueling playoffs, hockey and basketball.
I don't think basketball is that grueling. As hockey, if you're comparing the two playoff schedules, I don't think they're.
Yeah, well, I guess physicality. It's tough to argue against hockey. Playing all those games and shoot. I guess that's why they have a million line changes because it's like that Snoop Dogg video. It's like hockey is tiring as hell.
She said, "That's his partner." She was like, "I'm sure Shauna hated being surrounded by Redskins." I don't know, but no, but
everyone loves the Redskins.
What I was gonna say about that though. But the grueling part was the one thing I don't think is as grueling is between game 2 and 3 for this series, there was a 3-day break.
Well, travel, these guys are flying all.
But they're on the Cleveland's kind of in the middle, even though they're on the east. They're kind of mid, not Midwest, but in the middle, right? Ohio, it's in the middle a little bit.
I guess.
But I would say that is like hockey though. They played every other day. Is how their games have been going, except the Caps. The first one, the Caps, they had 2 days off somehow between game 1 and 2, the first 2 series. But than that, they were playing every other day.
Yeah, which we desperately needed. I think all the games we had played in the first 2 series.
Yeah, but that's what I'm just saying. Basketball, there's a 3-day break, and you're put travel. It's
well, they're just trying to protect the product, I suppose. These. Superstars, you just.
I was almost going to say I could see if Boston, if the Bruins were in it, then I could see the argument for if you know what I mean. But I think Boston was the higher seed anyway, wasn't it? Was Boston the higher seed or Cleveland in this?
I'm sorry,
in the playoffs. In the playoffs.
Oh, in the NBA, yeah, it was Toronto, Boston.
Okay, so
yeah,
so they wouldn't even been going home in Cleveland.
Toronto was such a horrible number 1 seed.
It's fine just how quickly they it was like that.
Yeah, they
flash in the pan. You think
they it was a flash in the pan, yeah.
I mean, do you think DeMar DeRozan is not really that as good as he appeared to me, and Kyle Lowry?
No, I think DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry are all stars, but then maybe second team All NBA or something like that. I think that, if you're playing against a team with LeBron James, things are going to be tough. I can't believe they were pitiful. There was like nothing there.
Did the Nats play the Braves yesterday?
I thought we played the.
Well, no, I'm asking because what Karen said, the Braves had an impressive game yesterday, 6 runs.
Yeah, no, that was against the Marlins.
Okay. What was the Marlins, Karen? It's the Marlins.
Yeah, 2 divisional teams.
Yeah, let's not get crazy here. All right. I know you're.
If the Braves did that against us,
I know you're a closet Braves fan,
ugh.
and you are down there in Atlanta. So,
Atlanta,
hot Atlanta for business. Oh God, my ear. This has been a pretty good game so far. And anybody that's joined us late, it was. I don't know if you were here, Karen, but we haven't woke Henry up for one. By the way, we've been kind of loud. We haven't woke Henry up.
Yeah, we have been loud, but we've gotten lucky.
Yeah, I've checked. He hasn't woken up. Oh God, you're a Nats. No, actually, I am not a Nats fan. I'm actually an Orioles fan and a Cubs fan.
He doesn't know any better.
What do you mean I don't know any better? I've been a Cubs fan since 03. They didn't win shit in 03, huh?
Yeah.
They didn't win shit in 03, and I just been good since then. So, and the Orioles haven't won anything since I was before I was born. And I've still been because the Orioles are my American League.
Yeah, and the Orioles. Good grief, what's going on this year?
They're going to lose Machado, and they're going to lose.
He probably cannot wait to. I guess he's just doing whatever he can to maximize his value on a team of.
The sad thing is the O's were close, and Showalter definitely made a difference since he's been there.
Yeah,
they were missing the playoffs for a lot, and I don't know. It's just and I think it's Peter Angels. I think Peter Angels doesn't like to shell money out for players, and that's one reason why we can't.
That's why Machado will leave.
Yeah, that's why we can't keep good players. It's Machado and Davis are your 2 best players, and you're just gonna let them both go. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna let them both go. You gotta be fucking. If he ends up at the Yankees,
will they all be there Judge, Stanton, Machado, and Harper?
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Well, I think Harper's gonna go to the Cubs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
really good friends with Chris Bryant.
Yeah, he went to high school with Chris.
Yeah.
I think he likes Chicago, and you know what I mean. And then nothing against Jay.
I think it's a win either way.
Nothing against Jason Hayward.
Yeah.
Who plays right field for them. But I mean, he's a definite. I think
Bryce is an immediate upgrade. Yeah, big time. But in the field and the bat.
Yeah, I mean, and he already plays in the West. He always plays in the National League, which there's even players sometimes have a little bit of a drop off. Not just pitchers, between conferences when they change leagues like that between the American and National League. Pitchers definitely if you look at Ubaldo Jimenez when he played for the Rockies, and then when he came to the net of the Orioles, it was night and day. It was.
Yeah, it's interesting. They change the leagues, and you see the difference.
What the fuck is that noise? There's a spring going.
Yeah, it was one a doorstop or something. Is that what that was? That spring they went.
Did you shut the gate? Is that what that was?
I shut the gate. Yes. Okay. I don't understand what happened.
Oh no, we heard a boom,
a sound
I don't know. Maybe I accidentally stepped on something. I didn't hear it though.
No, Zach Attack was "Oh God, you're a Nats fan." I was like, "I'm not a Nats fan."
No, you're an O's fan.
Yes, an O's and a Cubs fan.
Who is it? Oh, wait, no, you're not. Pat's not in that one.
Well, I'm not in any group chat.
No, there was a chat recently where they were trying to get everybody to go to the O's games. O's versus Nats games are but they're being so picky about it. They'll only go to Camden Yards. I'm like, what? No. I know it's a better ballpark. I get it. The Nats Park is right here.
True, and it's easier to get to.
It is easier to get to. The Metro makes it so much more simple. I don't understand the obsession with going to Camden Yards.
I haven't been to Camden Yards in so long. If I was in this chat, that'd be the only reason why. Because I haven't been to Camden Yards in so long.
If it was a weekend game, I would go. But they are all weekdays.
They're only weekdays.
Yes. Yeah. They are all weekdays. And I'm I cannot possibly commit to going to a weekday game in Baltimore. I never could commit to that. And I'm I think of everybody in the group chat, there are more Nats fans than O's fans. But for some reason, the O's fans are too stubborn. I'm only going to Camden Yards. I'm not going down the Beltway. That's not my ballpark. Not my ballpark. Resist. Yeah, it's like, dude, nobody gives a shit. Well, it's something that has to do with Baltimore. I don't know what it is. It's whether it's
a baseball
who has 2 teams in each sport. Weirdo.
You're the only person that.
No, they're not in the same conference.
Who?
Me. She's saying I have the Caps and I have the Sharks.
Well,
why do you have the Sharks?
I'm a big Joe Thornton fan. And then I've just stayed with them. I mean, and they don't play very often. And if they play each other, I pick the Caps.
I think it's easy for something like football because there's only 17 weeks out of a season.
Actually, I don't even have 2 teams in football. I have just the Redskins. That's it.
I was the Redskins and Chargers for a while, but then once they moved to LA, I was
They were
like,
not Chargers.
I said that to you once. You were like, those are not my Chargers.
Are they going to
I
move
said
back?
that well before you said that. No, nobody's going to move, but they're not moving back to San Diego.
No.
The reason why they won't move back to San
Because
Diego,
now the Rams look like they're poised to start killing it for a few years, and Philip Rivers isn't getting any younger. And it seems like they're splitting fans in LA. They're not getting enough tickets.
They went 9-7 last year, and they still couldn't sell any tickets. And that's because nobody cares.
Yeah.
They want the Rams.
They're starting to get flashy.
5 minutes left in intermission, by the way. If anybody's like, why are they fucking talking about hockey? It fucking says Caps on the
Yeah, we're still waiting for intermission to be over with. We have to fill the time with something to talk about.
Basketball's at halftime too.
Commercial. Yeah, no, basketball's at halftime, so no matter what, we get nothing with
you get no joy.
Well, back to the other point that we were making about supporting 2 teams.
Yeah,
I can't do it with any sport besides football because I can't possibly follow them. I can't follow 2 hockey teams. There's too many transactions, too many call-ups and send-downs. There's so many people on the team itself.
Yeah.
I mean, with football, for some reason, it's easier with football because there's no minors.
Sure,
and fantasy
makes you start to become fans of these players because you need them to do well for your team, and then and I think fantasy is a big reason why.
Well, doing fantasy for baseball and for hockey, it's too hard.
I love hockey, but I could not do fantasy.
I've tried it. I've tried it 3 times now. Yeah, I've tried it 3 times now. I can't do it. You have to do it every day. It's ridiculous.
Like football's a fun thing. You just check the waiver wire in the morning, see who's there.
Yeah.
Like hockey.
And plus, in my life, I've only known one person ever to actually make a commitment to watch almost every baseball game.
Was that a guy?
My roommate Chris. Jesus, he did not miss an Orioles game.
I couldn't when it was baseball season, he didn't miss an O's game. Every O's game was on TV.
Yeah, I mean,
it was admirable.
No
honestly,
question the loyalty.
At a certain point,
double headers.
I'm sure he watched everything. That was his passion in life, was watching.
Did he also keep the stat sheet?
He always had it on.
Yeah, he always liked to watch.
Or he'd have it on in the background and be watching West Wing.
He did love I think he watched the series at least twice.
That's such a long series.
Which is saying a lot because it was a very long series. And I just in his defense, it's probably one of the better television shows ever to be made.
That's what
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I would have.
That's kind of a marathon in itself, both watching an entire baseball season and watching the West Wing.
What's a tougher binge?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Those are 2 tough things to binge by themselves right there.
Shit. I was gonna say, Pat, you do Facebook. Do you have a Twitter? No.
I have the Twitter.
You do have the Twitter.
I go on.
He doesn't really tweet though.
No, I just mostly use it for following stuff.
Well, I was gonna ask you, do you use it for fantasy football? Because I use that shit all the time for fantasy football with Adam Schefter and Matt Berry and shit like that.
No, because they get shit wrong all the time.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
I
watch the Matthew Berry videos when I have some time to kill.
Matthew Berry sucks.
Well, one time I use
predictions are wrong all the time. He's so with fantasy, there really isn't anything you can do because one year a guy picks everything right and the next year he gets everything wrong.
True.
I know a guy I used to be I used to play against him in the Call of Duty days, and he literally runs a business now where all he does is people pay him for his daily fantasy knowledge because he's won a ton of money off the daily fantasy.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he gets shit wrong all the fucking time.
I guess he just gets enough right.
He gets shit wrong all the fucking time, and it's the same thing with those guys. I can't take any advice from anybody.
The only thing I use Adam Schefter for is in game time injuries. Him and
because Adam,
who's going to be starting?
The teams are willing to talk to him.
That's one.
And that's why he's such a reliable.
I don't look
with those. Sometimes I guess you can get that, but that's like also one little thing.
Fantasy's so fickle; you never know if you're going to draft an Alvin Kamara or a David Johnson, and he's out for the whole year. So
everybody that drafted David Johnson last year,
that was brutal. That was brutal because he had to have been the first pick in at least 90% of drafts.
Oh my god! Well, actually didn't go first. No, he went third. I think
people picked Brown or Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, because the consistency, with Brown, and then I guess the ceiling with Le'Veon Bell.
And I took Julio at 3 or 4 in both in
Wow, that's stupid. I got Julio at 7.
What?
Because he's not a touchdown threat. Like he always gets a billion yards, and so definitely play with a PPR league. If you didn't have a PPR league, I wouldn't. I think Julio would fall a little bit.
No, but he did horrible last year. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, he does not. He didn't score enough touchdowns.
His new quarter, he didn't get the ball to him barely.
Yeah,
it's shocking.
And it'll be interesting because this year their first round pick was Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
to add to the receiving core.
True.
So
Calvin Ridley is a number 2 peak at best.
Well, especially now that he's on the Falcons, they're gonna.
I think that on almost any team.
Yeah. Wow.
What?
There's still Sanu who kind of blossomed last year.
Honestly, dude, I think Ridley couldn't go to a better position or a better team. Because I think that if he went to any other team that needed him to step in and be a number 1, he would have been exposed immediately. It's like, holy shit, this kid can't be a number 1.
Yeah.
At least because he's in Atlanta, he might have some time to develop. He
could learn from Julio, and then Julio will take a lot of pressure off of him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So maybe he'll actually figure some things out
and just continue to develop Devonta Freeman into a scat back. I think that's the way the league is just going to continue moving.
Just scat backs.
Running backs have to catch 50 balls a year.
Yeah,
everybody needs to be Le'Veon Bell.
I mean, look what happened. David John, he was absolutely unbelievable.
Can you imagine? It was funny.
Do you remember when the Redskins had
Larry Centers?
No, well, I think it was Steve Spurrier. And he was trying, and he was trying to run that college style with the running, but scat back basically with strong candidate. Yeah. And we were all like, this is never going to work in the NFL. We got to pound the rock. You run the football up the middle. And now we're like, you got to throw it. You got to throw the ball to the running back.
Spurrier, he knew.
He was a man before his time. But just
but he also did. Well, also, there's being able to implement it right. Also, he also had terrible pieces.
Also, his quarterbacks were pure shit.
His quarterbacks were shit, and also
Danny Werfel.
Oh god, yeah. He also
anybody played for Florida ever.
Well, it didn't make any sense because because he would have the power blocking lineman trying to cover for a scat back who can't run out in the open.
Yeah. Wasn't it the year that Matt Bowen knocked Trump candidate out in the practice?
Or something like that. Yeah, he knocked him clean out.
Yeah.
It was back when there were still white safeties.
Something about people named Matt just laying people out.
I guess so. I want to see this movie Tag. Anyway. It looks really funny.
Just somehow Jeremy Renner just never is able to get tagged.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, Jesus. The funny shit was I think when one of them's giving in labor and he just walks in taps him.
Oh, he's like, congratulations, man.
Yeah. He said never been tagged in 30 years.
No, this looks like a pretty funny movie. I want to see it. I need to see Deadpool.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I got to see it.
Last time Karen went out of town before I had Henry, I went with Mikey and Jose
to see Deadpool. Mm-hmm. I've heard that it's good. I've heard that it's almost as good as the first one. I've heard that it's better than the first one.
I've heard it was as good as the first one. I didn't hear it was better. And then I've heard some people say that it was I
did really like the first one.
Yeah. I mean, how did you not like the first one?
Yeah, hopefully everyone.
I don't know many people that went to the first one I hated Deadpool.
I don't know anybody who didn't like it.
Deadpool. Yeah. Anything with Ryan Reynolds, he's just so naturally gifted at being funny.
Yeah.
He was born for the role of Deadpool.
I mean, they said literally Blade Trinity was like a tune-up for him to play.
Oh, really? Yeah, just for him to gain 80 pounds of muscle and just be as funny as he can.
That character in Blade Trinity was essentially almost Wade Wilson.
Basically, yeah. Basically,
it's so funny.
Essentially,
oh my gosh, I think he's so funny.
I bet you he was so happy that Marvel finally.
That's a good comic book name, Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson.
That's a great.
They usually give him pretty
Wally West.
Legit
Wally West is a good one too.
Wally West, Hal Jordan.
Yeah, Hal Jordan's a great one.
Tony Stark.
I think Bruce Banner is terrible though.
Bruce Banner.
That's a terrible one.
Steve Rogers.
That's a terrible one.
Who's Ant-Man? Steve something?
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
No, it's Paul Rudd, I think.
Oh god.
He's named himself the character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's I think it's actually just Paul Rudd. We just never really figured it out till way later.
Nick Fury. That's a cool comic book.
Yeah, that's a good comic book name right there. We get lost in those a lot. We as a good fitting name.
And what they're
Scott Lang is what his name is.
Oh, Scott Lang.
That's terrible. That's terrible. He's white. Why is his last name Lang?
Lang.
Yeah, Scott
Lang.
Lang.
The only other Lang I know is Robert Lang. He played for the Capitals at one point. He was like Canadian.
Oh, Quentin Lang.
There's an actor named Stephen Lang. He was the blind guy in that movie Don't Breathe.
Oh yeah,
oh.
He was the guy that wanted to play Cable originally.
Oh,
great, because remember he was like the only good thing about Avatar. Yeah,
and they're making another one.
They're making another Avatar.
Yeah, make $2 billion.
Yeah,
they're gonna make 2 more.
They said that was a
Dude, money talks. Look, they've made like what 9 Fast and the Furious.
That's
Did
true.
anyone who saw the one in 2001 honestly believe it was like the same odds as Vegas going to the Stanley Cup? Who are they gonna make 8 more of these damn movies? You've got to be kidding me.
I did like the first Fast and Furious,
but I didn't see 8 more of them coming.
But, oh my god, dude! When I went and I rewatched Too Fast, Too Furious for the first time in like. I watched that, I want to say in 2014 is the first time I watched it in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And I went back, I was like, oh my God, this is one of the worst fucking things I have ever fucking seen. It was a terrible movie.
It was just purely
even the song Too Fast, Too Furious, Hydro Fool. It was so bad. It was such a cheesy and
Ludacris
bad
trying
movie.
to make a cash grab.
Oh my
you
god!
see
Now Ludacris in a was it Crash? Great movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Best picture of the year.
That
was a great movie.
Did you see? That's the speculation of why one of the reasons why they. I don't know if anybody hadn't seen Infinity Wars and why Zoe was having Zoe Saldana's character is why because she's gonna be an Avatar for like it's gonna be taking like 2 years to film that movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
Oh, have you seen
Gamora?
I've seen Infinity Wars, but I don't know who she is.
Gamora.
Oh, she's the green chick.
Yeah, Thanos. Well, spoiler alert if anyone's
No, I've already.
It's been 3 weeks.
If you haven't seen it, yeah, come on.
Fuck the movie's been out for 3 years. The comic's been out for 20 years. That's what I was
like. Had to know.
When people are like, "Well, I don't want to tell you," I fucking know already. I've been, you know, how many times I've been bored on YouTube looking up comic book storylines and origins and shit. I know this shit.
Oh god, I love those people. They're like,
what doesn't make sense to me is what I don't understand is I thought Drax the Destroyer, right?
Yeah, he's
the guy who's supposed to be able to kill Thanos. He was like created to kill Thanos. So why is he a Guardian of the Galaxy? I don't remember that part.
I think they kind of shifted the narrative more to make Tony be the hero.
I guess that makes sense, but I don't think I don't really remember. Wow!
Wow!
He just skated right in,
Jesus,
and I can't believe Holtby saved that.
I was like,
nobody was there. That might as well have just been like a fucking power play.
I did notice. I've noticed this the last 2 games before this one. Holtby did not have his throw protector, and I wonder if that messed with him at all.
Oh my god, dude! Nobody.
Yeah, no one even.
Oh my god, nobody.
He doesn't wear a throw.
No, he does. No, he has one. But the last 2 games, he did not have one on. Like I don't know. I don't know if it broke. It only had it on with laces. I don't know if it does.
Oh, well, I would be petrified. First of all, I wouldn't be goalie ever. I probably wouldn't step on.
Why is everybody so scared? It does not hurt.
It does.
No, it doesn't. I play goalie.
It doesn't
hurt.
It
hurts me and I'm watching.
You don't get hit in the helmet very often. I feel like
that's the only one. That one, and if you get hit in like a weird spot where you don't have pads, which is so rare. Yeah, it doesn't happen, and usually when it does happen, the adrenaline's so high you don't feel it until the next day.
Nice. Mikey, though, I think we were playing one time, and
come on, don't let him.
And,
there you go.
Someone shot at his head, and he just ducked his head.
Yeah.
What the fuck? When he goes, hey, I don't want to get hit there.
Yeah.
When he had a helmet on.
You see that thing? It's coming right at me.
Well,
Karen says it does.
Well.
It does.
She put pads on one time, and she didn't have like full on pads.
Got hit where the pads weren't.
No, she's so tiny the pads come